He's trying. Hey everybody, the eclipse is just passing us by now here at Maddox Games and Comics. I'm sure it has for you guys, especially you guys on the West Coast. It's old news for you guys. But we are having a horror-themed sale this early afternoon right here at Maddox Games and Comics, 205 North Hill Street in London, Kentucky. That's right, horror-themed action. We have some previous viewed horror-themed Blu-ray DVDs. We've got tons of comics because I finally found the box, the mythical box I knew existed, labeled Monsters. I found it earlier today, and it is full of stuff. It did not disappoint. We got quite a bit of it on the board right now, and as we build our audience, you guys can claim some awesome, awesome stuff. Let's see here. Bring it up here. We want you to share the sale out. That's what I'm doing now on my feed. This is a claim sale. This is not an auction. That means to get an item, all you have to do is name the title of the item and the price. For instance, this is Morbius. It is $7. Legion of Monsters, Morbius, Living Vampire, #1 for $7. You put Morbius for $7, you get the item as long as you are the first comment that Tosh sees in her feed. All right, what's up, Shamir? Still trying to share this. Phone's being weird. Not allowing me to see it, or share it, or do much of anything. So that's great. How's everybody's Monday going? Did you go out and see the eclipse? Did you look at it with your eyes? Because you shouldn't have. What's up, Jason Black? Hey, Yannick. How's it going? Some serious horror books. That's right, Dennis. There are. There are. Plus, we got regular superhero stuff as well. Figured we start things off, though, with the horror theme and see how it plays out. We have people requesting this stuff all the time, and we can never deliver. And now I can, so let's see if everybody has put their money where their mouth is, so to speak. Buy some horror books. Awesome, Eric. Sounds good. Didn't see much in Fort Wayne. I went outside and didn't really see it. I mean, it didn't look much different. It was dim, but then when I used the eclipse glasses, I could really see the thing. It's a lot cooler. But I mean, even with the sun blocked out, the light is so bright that it's, you know. Yes. For $25, Shamir, this is Nightmare on Elm Street issue #1 from Avatar. This is the special glow-in-the-dark #1 issue. Glow-in-the-dark cover on this. And there's Freddy. Well, he's about to have a victim here. It's part of their New Line Cinema's House of Horror line. Very fine plus, near mint. Nightmare on Elm Street issue 1, glow-in-the-dark cover for $25. Down here for $8, this is Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. That's right, Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, he of Evil Dead fame. This is issue #5 of 6, only issue of this miniseries I have, but it is a good one. Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and there is Jason and Ash in the swamp. $8 for that. What's up, Renee? Here for 6 by Horror Master Brian Pulido. This is Chucky, issue #2. This is a photo cover version of Chucky there with the scarred up face. $6 for that. Also for 6, this is Clive Barker's Book of the Damned 3. For the first time, the journals of Philip LaMarche? I don't know. It's blocked off by a sticky tag. A Hellraiser companion. So this tells all about the making of the mythical box there. Shows it being built. $6 for that. Oversized indie book. Also for 6, the third 6 in a row here. This is Zombie from Marvel. This is a Marvel. Chainsaw for 9 to Justin. Justin gets Texas Chainsaw Massacre #1 for $9. Thank you, Justin. Saying this for 6. This is Zombie issue #1. It is a Marvel Max title, which is an 18 or over title for Zombie. #1 for $6. Here for 10, this is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, issue #1. Issue 1 of Land of the Dead from IDW. It's early IDW. It's got their classic logo there. Not so the newer, more refined version of the light bulb. And there you go. George A. Romero sadly passing away about a month or so ago. $10 for that. Here for 6, this is Nosferatu, issue #1 from an indie publisher here. Plague of Terror. The original version of the vampire there. $6 for Nosferatu. Here for 7, this, of course, is the Legion of Monsters, Morbius the Living Vampire from Marvel Comics. This is issue #1, plus Dracula is also in this as well. It's $7. And in the close-up window, pretty awesome book here. This is from Topps Comics. This is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, issue #1. Not only that, but this is signed by Roy Thomas and Raphael Kayanan, who are the writer and artist on the book. It also has a certificate of authenticity. What this says is that this Frankenstein #1 is one of a specially limited series of 750 copies signed by Roy Thomas and Raphael Kayanan. It is number 25. Number 25 of 750. It is signed, double signed. It is $49 for the #1, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Deb gets Chucky for 6. Yep. Thank you, Deb. Let's see. A Nightmare. Christian, are you claiming the Nightmare for 25? And Frankenstein for 49? Okay, I'm assuming that's so. Okay, cool. All right. There you go. Thank you, Christian. Freddy versus Jason. Is he good? Freddy versus Jason versus Ash for 8 to Alexander Eldridge. Thank you, Alexander. This is Chucky, issue #4. This is the final issue, double-sized, 48 pages. That is going to be $6 for the Chucky final issue. This is A Nightmare on Elm Street, issue number 2 for $8. Justin gets the Nightmare for 8. Thank you, Justin. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Raising Cain, issue number 2. That is $7. And here we have Friday the 13th, issue number 2 from Wildstorm. That is $7. $7 for that.
Texas Chainsaw for 7, Alexander.
Alexander gets the Texas Chainsaw for 7. Thank you, Alexander. What's up?
Hi, Josh. How are you?
What's up? Thought you were off today.
I'm a little off.
You're always a little off.
All right, this is that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein we just sold for $49, the signed one. This is the non-signed version.
48.
No.
Wait a minute. Mary Shelley signed a Frankenstein?
No, it was Roy Thomas and another creator with Dynamic Force's
Roy
signature.
Thomas, the guy from Walden's?
Sure.
Friday for 7 to Justin.
Friday for 7 went to Justin. Deb, you just missed that one. Thank you, Justin. This is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, issue number 1. That's going to be $9 from Topps Comics.
You look to be doing well.
I finally found the horror box, the mythical horror box I knew that we had. I finally found it. And the eclipse, it just all came together.
Yeah, I got you.
This is Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead, issue number 3. That's going to be $7. Yeah.
Is
Is that something Tasha wants?
I can
Sean
see
for
that.
7, Crud Puppy.
All right, Shaun for 7 sold. Whoop, this is the 9.
I didn't know they had a comic.
There we go. Yeah. It's a miniseries.
That's so dope. Oh my
You know the
god.
movie was based on a comic, right?
No, I didn't know, but it's mine now.
Well, it's not true.
Okay. This is why I never trust you guys. You ever realize that?
Here's something new for the close-up window. I don't think this is going to last in the close-up window for very long. We had the Nightmare on Elm Street glow-in-the-dark number 1 sold earlier.
Oh.
This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre glow-in-the-dark issue number 1. It's also $25. Going over here in the close-up window. And
Did you see all those
there we go.
Walking Dead we got from Kim?
I haven't seen any. We get some Walking Deads.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just gonna answer people on my phone and keep this one on.
Hey, Kayla, how's it going? What's for 6 on the top right of me? This is Nosferatu, issue number 1, featuring the classic version of the vampires from an indie publisher.
What did you, man? Good. Did you do a sale this morning?
Let's see what else we got in here. Tons of horror. All right. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Raising Cain, issue 3 for 7. What's that?
Nosferatu, 6 for Deb.
Deb gets the Nosferatu. Thank you, Deb. This,
Texas to Christian for 25.
Texas to Christian for 25. Thank you, Christian. This is Nosferatu, issue number 2. This is going to be $6 as well. Nosferatu, number 2 for 6. It is a 4-issue miniseries.
Chainsaw for 7 to Deb.
Deb gets Chainsaw for 7. Thank you, Deb. This is The Mummy, issue number 1. Issue number 1 of The Mummy. The Terror from the Tomb walks again. That is $8.
Some of these were like Bev was asking months ago.
Yeah, I know. Like, they're ones that would never come across otherwise. What was the Hellraiser number 1? Was the Hellraiser number 1? Yeah. This is this is called Clive Barker's Book of the Damned 3 for the first time, blah, 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 Epic Comics. It's a big one-shot. It's a one-shot for Hellraiser. This is Friday the 13th, Bloodbath, issue number 3. This is the Terror cover. It is $9.
Hellraiser 6.
Justin gets the Hellraiser for $6. Thank you, Justin.
Friday for 9 to Fonzie.
Fonzie gets the Friday for $9. Thank you, Fonzie. Speaking of 9, we sold one of these earlier. I have another one of these in the box. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, issue number 1 for $9. So I think we got some horror fans on the feed. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna say we got a few on here. Let's see.
Guess who got us Texas for 9 and Chucky for 6, both Christian.
Texas for 9. And Chucky for 6 to Christian. Thank you, sir. This is A Nightmare on Elm Street, issue number 5. The Demon of Sleep Begins, part 1. Nightmare on Elm Street, that's $8. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is issue number 3, Terror cover. That is $7 for that one. Oh, wow. Did you get a good deal on it? This is 30 Days of Night, Eben and Stella, issue number 2. That's the Ben Templesmith cover. That is $5. 30 Days of Night. All right, in the close-up window. It's the same one, Christian. It's just unsigned. So if you want one to read and one to hold on to, it's not a bad one. Tightened up. Mic stand's loose. Loosey-goosey. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got. In the close-up window, I'm going to put a Blu-ray there. This is a previously viewed Blu-ray. However, we check everything that comes in our store. We make sure there are no scratches. The things play great. If it doesn't, well, we're not going to sell it to you. This is Friday the 13th, uncut. It is $7 on Blu-ray. find stuff. Yeah, I haven't watched it. No thoughts. I was watching SummerSlam. This is the Walking Dead Weekly, issue number 16. Walking Dead Weekly 16, of course, is a reprint of Walking Dead 16. They went back and did the weeklies after they had 52 issues to do it with and went through weekly with a different issue. Some of these reprints are almost as hard to get as the originals, but far, far cheaper, as you can see. Walking Dead Weekly, issue 16, that is only $12. $12 for that. Spot for it up here.
Philip's wondering if you got a haircut. I'm wondering the same thing.
I did get a haircut. I did get a haircut.
Look that up, because I was wondering what looked different.
I also shaved my face a little bit.
Okay, that's what it is.
Well, I had the full handlebar mustache, and I had to shave it back down, but not fully, because I got to do TV in a couple weeks, so I got to let it grow back out. It's a whole thing. But it's one of those things I can't keep in my regular day-to-day. So Highlander was on HBO this past weekend. Did you partake in some Highlander? Walking Dead Weekly, issue 16. That is $12. See if I can fit it on here. And then put the Nightmare on Elm Street up here for $8. There we go. SummerSlam I liked overall. I wish they had changed the two main titles over the tag titles and women's titles that all changed hands, which I think is the first time that both tag titles and both women's titles have changed hands and possibly ever on the same show. But, yeah, I wish the main titles had switched over. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, we got lots of more stuff to put out. You guys looking for more horror stuff? You guys already tired of it? You let me know. We'll do what we can do. We got some more stuff to put up here now. This is The Real Ghostbusters, issue number 1. The Real Ghostbusters number 1 from Now Comics. That is going to be $9. $9. So I'm going to take down the Morbius here. I'm going to put out the Ghostbusters there for $9.
Was that the comic last week that we only had one of and everyone was like, oh, I wanted it?
Yep. I just picked it up off that lady.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Ghostbusters for 9, Christian.
Christian got the Ghostbusters for $9. Thank you, Christian.
Once again, everybody wanted it.
Yep. Well.
Gotta be fast.
Yep. Got to be fast. Sound like UFC. Yeah, I think that's what everybody was doing, so that's why they didn't do it. But sometimes predictability is fine when it means that your champion will be on Raw every single week. But whatever. What do I know? Yeah, you got Ghostbusters, Christian. This is The Real Ghostbusters, issue number 2. That is $7. Ghostbusters issue 2 for $7. I'm going to take down the Nosferatu issue 2. We're going to put up the Morbius up here, now marked down to only $5 from Morbius issue number 1.
Buster for 7 to Justin.
Justin got the Ghostbusters for 7. Justin scored that one. We're going to take the Nosferatu. We're going to mark it also down to $5. Nosferatu issue 2. Now only $5. $5 for 2 vampire titles right up here in the corner. It happens, man. We've got to We've got a Ghostbuster showdown going on right now. This is the Real Ghostbusters issue number 4 for $7. Real Ghostbusters number 4 for $7. I'm going to take down the 30 Days of Night for $5. Candyman, that's one of the few I don't have, Justin. I'm sorry. Christian got that Ghostbusters for $7. We're going to knock the 30 Days of Night, Edmund and Stella, issue number 2, down to only $3. $3 for that vampire book. I recognize it.
No, it's definitely right.
Yeah. This is the Real Ghostbusters issue number 5 for $6. I'm going to pull this down for 10. We're going to put out the Ghostbusters for 6. This is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, issue number 1. We're going to put that back out at a lower price of only $8. $8 for that one. Do we have any fans of Mars Attacks?
Yes.
I know that's stretching on the horror thing, but, you know.
It's a cult horror.
Yeah. Potato, Mars Attacks, Freddy. Same difference. But I have some. You interested?
With the cards.
Oh, these aren't that. These aren't that.
Oh, they're not that big.
It's the 1/2,
Oh.
but it's not got the cards with it.
LOTD for 8.
Land of the Dead for 8 to Justin. Thank you, Justin. Is that the one where they
They started talking and then firing guns. And the dude who played Pest was in it.
yeah. Instead of the bag and board.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh, I'll keep this old bag and board in my hand. This is Chucky. This is the first issue of Chucky. We're going to do $9 on this one. Chucky number 1 for $9 from Devil's Due Publishing. Right there. We're going to mark down the Marvel Max. Dennis gets the Chucky for 9. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, Christian just missed that one. We're going to mark down the Marvel Max Zombie number 1 for only $5. Now, only $5 for that issue. Going across here for 7. That is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre issue number 3, the Terror cover for 7. I'll take that down. We'll put out Shaun of the Dead issue number 4. That is $6. $6 for Shaun of the Dead issue 4. This is for some classic Marvel action. This is Godzilla number 1. This is from 1977. This is a 30-cent cover of Godzilla. It is in Fine condition. There's a little bit of spine wear there, but nothing too bad. Look out, America. The mightiest menace of them all is coming your way. Godzilla #1. First fantastic issue. That's going to be $12. I'm going to pull down the Mummy for $8. We're going to put out Godzilla for $12. Well, yeah, but he was on last time I had some of those, and he kind of wavered.
Really?
Yeah, because they aren't super cheap. All right, I'm going to put this back out at a lower price. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, issue #3, the Grind Tear issue. It's now only $6. I'm going to take down the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein #1 for $9. They have. I used to have them. They are expensive.
Really?
Any of the Rob Zombie stuff's high dollar, yeah. They did Devil's Rejects. They did House 1000 Corpses. Mostly one-shot issues of everybody, kind of.
Yeah.
But the Devil's Rejects ones, they're hard to get because they did like a Dr. Satan special issue, and
Oh my God, I love that.
that talks about how, because they show him getting wheeled out of the house at the beginning. Huh?
Did you sell yours?
Years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, back when I sold, because I had all the figures and stuff too, and I
Oh my
moved
God.
it all.
Stop this. You're gonna make me cry.
I'm a pretty big Rob Zombie fan, I guess.
Fuck.
But so was the chick I was with at the time, and then once she was gone, I was like, let's get rid of this. I don't want to see this anymore.
Never give up for future best friend. Like, you know.
We just moved this weekend, and trust me, I've even getting rid of so much stuff over the years. I still have tons of stuff that's just like in boxes. I'm just like, ugh. All right, I'm going to take down the Walking Dead Weekly #16 for $12. In its place, we're going to put out the newly marked down The Mummy #1 for $6. No problem, Justin. No problem. I'm glad you're finally able to get some comics you've been after forever.
Mummy for $6.
Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. We are also going to mark Mary Shelley's Frankenstein #1. This is polybag. It's never been opened, and it's bagged and boarded. We're putting this out at $6. We sold a double signed issue of that with certificate for $49 earlier today. That's just the regular copy edition from Topps, painted version based off of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It is only $6 right now. This is the Nightmare on Elm Street issue #5. I had it out for $8. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put issue 5 and issue 6 together for lucky $13. $13 for 2 issues of Nightmare on Elm Street. You get 5 and 6 together for $13.
Nightmare 13 Christian.
Christian. Thank you, Christian. This is less than 13. This is 12. This is Friday the 13th, issue #1. Friday the 13th, issue #1 from Wildstorm. That is $12. It's bound to happen, Justin. Now that people are getting it, eventually you'll be the last guy not without one, and I'll put one out, and you'll be the only guy that claims it. You'll get it straight away. After it takes like 9 times to get your claim in, it'll come through. You'll get it. Your life will be complete. Oh, man. All right. So this horror cell thing's working out pretty well, I think. I like it so far. I'm just about halfway through the box of horror stuff I found. So, there's still plenty. There's still plenty. All right, no takers on Morbius. Oh, wait, that's Nosferatu issue 2. Nosferatu issue number 2. Can't sell it for $5. Well, let's try it for $3. $3 for Nosferatu issue number 2, featuring the original vampire there. $3. Here for $5, that is Morbius the Living Vampire number 1 from Marvel Comics. It is $5. I'm just going to pull that guy down. And we're going to put up George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, issue number 2. This is a photo cover from the movie. That is $5. Rebecca gets Nosferatu for $3. Thank you, Rebecca. This is a cool indie book for you guys who might be fans of Kaiju and Godzilla, which we may be. Godzilla number 1 still sitting down there. I'm going to put this out, though, just because it's a fun indie book to have in your collection. It's from A+ Comics. This is Attack of the Mutant Monsters, issue number 1. It is near mint. I'm only going to put $4 on it, so there's a chance to get a really indie book in your collection. $4 for Attack of the Mutant Monsters. This is Doc Frankenstein. Doc Frankenstein. 2005 Eisner Award loser, Doc Frankenstein. And this is Ultimate Doc Frankenstein, jam-packed issue. This is issue 4 and 5 of Doc Frankenstein. Doc Frankenstein is basically Frankenstein's monster that whips the asses of werewolves and other monsters. Doc Frankenstein, number 4, and number 5. You're getting both issues together for $8. $8 for Doc Frankenstein, 4 and 5. Oh, yeah, 30 Days have not started as a comic, Brandon. They did a number of miniseries. Doc Frankenstein, 4 and 5 for $8. No takers on 30 Days of Night, Eben and Stella issue number 2 for $3. $3 for a vampire comic? I don't know. Now's your chance to read it for $3. See what you think. Yeah, man, the comics are really good, really good. Steve Niles wrote them, and Timothy Templesmith did the art in the first miniseries. Super graphic, super graphic. This is Night of the Living Dead Prelude. Night of the Living Dead Prelude. Painted cover here. This takes place before the Night of the Living Dead. It is $8. It is a one-shot. Taking down the Real Ghostbusters, issue number 5 for $6. And we're going to put it out for $4. The Real Ghostbusters, issue number 5 for $4. That zombie issue 1 is on itself for $5. I'm going to pull that down. This is Nosferatu, issue number 3. This shows some soldiers, look like Vietnam-era soldiers, and there is a statue built to the vampire god, so they're in some trouble in the jungle there. Nosferatu, issue 3, only $3. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to take down the Shaun of the Dead, issue number 4 for $6. I'm surprised too, Brent. I think he may have got it the other day. I have surprisingly fallen into a wealth of real Ghostbusters comics over the past week, which is really weird since we didn't have any of them for months and months and months. I'm going to take down the Godzilla #1 for $12. We're going to put out the Shaun of the Dead issue #4 for only $4. Yeah, he's on the hunt for #1. It's the last one he's got to get, I think. I'm surprised no one else has snagged it, really. It's the real Ghostbusters. It's on Netflix. You can watch it. All right, this is Godzilla issue #1, issue #21, and issue #22, and he's taking on Devil Dinosaur as well. 1, 21, and 22. You get 3 issues of Godzilla for only $10. $10, and you get 3 issues of Godzilla, including #1 from early or late 70s Marvel. There you go. Tosh got those. That was a good deal, right?
It was. #1.
I know, right? The #1's worth more than that. Like it, yeah. All right. Some more cool books. I'm going to rebag and board some of these. The bags and boards don't look so hot. So I'm just redoing them. Make them look a little nicer. Like I always say, a good bag and board just shows you how a comic really looks. A bad bag and board can make a good comic look like garbage. So replace it with new bags and boards, and that makes them a little nicer looking on the screen there for you. This is from IDW. This is Zombies. Eclipse of the Undead. How timely. How timely. There's a solar eclipse, and it causes zombies from IDW, a #1. Bonus, 7-page prelude, War of the Undead as well in this too. Zombies, Eclipse of the Undead, #1 for $6. I'm going to take down the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for $6. We're going to put up that Zombies #1 for $6. Zombies, the Eclipse. Yeah, I mean, it looked cloudy for a bit.
Yeah, like 30 minutes.
Yeah. It did look cool through those glasses, though, I will say.
Through the glasses, I'm glad I got to see it.
Yeah.
Nice culture, you're not supposed to look at it, though, so.
Yeah. Still your soul like a camera?
No. It means, though, that, like, you're going to die soon.
Oh, well. When I saw it, though, it was like 3/4, so like there was like a, a crescent of the sun.
That's what I saw,
Yeah. So maybe that doesn't count.
I mean, it does, because we weren't going to see a full one from
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't count for, you dying.
Oh.
Like maybe it had to be, maybe it had to be the whole deal.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe I'll just half die.
Is that an Aztec thing we're talking about?
That's what Coda is.
Oh, okay.
Mexicans believe it means bad people are going to get what's coming to them, and then good people are going to, like, start their life.
The Boogeyman episode is the episode that even my son was 8. We were watching some of those episodes. I immediately turned it off because the Boogeyman episode of the Real Ghostbusters freaked me out when I was little, and I could already see when I watched it again why it did, and I was like, oh, he's not going to sleep in his bed alone. So I just turned it, moved along. What is it?
Ghostbusters for Christian football.
Ghostbusters to Christian. Oh, nope. That is that one. Thank you, Christian. Boogeyman episode of Real Ghostbusters. It's episode. It's not that far into it. It's like episode 4 or 6 or something.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah. Real Ghostbusters cartoons on Netflix. Yeah, the Halloween's good with Sam Hain. All those, man. There's a lot of really good ones. It does. It holds up really well, actually. It's good. It's like a legit good cartoon, yeah. Because it's fun. It's like the movies. They're funny, but then they're creepy too. Some of them are ridiculous. Like there's one where these ghosts basically are realtors, so they have people come to the house and they scare them away. And the Ghostbusters aren't aware that like these people that look like an old man and woman that are the realtors aren't ghosts when they have like the big giant noses and blue skin and shit. But whatever. But like there are episodes that are really good, like where they go to the other dimensions and all kinds of stuff. Like they really expand upon the Ghostbusters mythos in the cartoon.
Check that out. If you say you want to watch something with your kid because it scared you, I kind of want to see that episode.
Well, it scared me when I was little because it's stuff in the he's in the closet, so you know you go to bed and
That's just starting already. I'm like, oh no, he came from the closet.
Yeah, that's the thing. It always and my son still has problems with the closet sometimes if it's open or whatever. So like I was like, I'm turning this off.
I do too, because my closet door opens in the middle of the night and I wake up with it open and I'm like, nope. No.
Yeah, anything from the closet is never a bonus on my end of. Yeah, when I was little anyway. You got them for DVD on cheap? Nice. Were they like in a big box set of some type, or were they just individuals? It's like you think they'd have a firehouse or something with the DVDs in there of the real Ghostbusters. But kind of like the Turtles came out with they have the Turtle van and it's got all the discs in it. But I don't know. That's not bad. That's good. This is Mars Attacks issue 1/2. Mars Attacks 1/2. That is $5. That was a Wizard 1/2 issue. Painted cover of Mars Attacks. Christian gets the Mars Attacks for $5. Thank you, Christian. This is The Mummy, issue number 2. We sold number 1 earlier today. This is The Mummy number 2. That is going to be $4. Let's see what I got here. All right, this is from IDW. This is called Wake the Dead. Wake the Dead. It's 1, 2, and 3. But it's not a zombie deal. I feel like it's more of a Frankenstein / Hellraiser gimmick on these. I'm going to show these close to the camera so you can see them. I feel like the covers really were going to sell these things because the covers are pretty cool. Here's issue number 1 of Wake the Dead. Here is issue number 2. And here is issue number 3. This is a 5-issue miniseries. I have issues 1, 2, and 3 of these. We're going to sell in a bundle. I'd sell it if I had it. I was surprised that was in here. That or Monsters, but nothing.
Wake the Dead is the game they played where they buried all their relatives.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's why I thought it was that.
just somebody trying to play God type deal. Would be my guess. This is Wake the Dead 1, 2, and 3 for $12. $12 for these 3 issues here. Let's see. On the board. Place that. Up to 3. Take Shaun of the Dead away for 4. We'll put the Wake the Dead 1 through 3 out for 12 right there.
Wake the Dead for 12 Christian.
Christian gets those. Thank you, Christian. It's funny, I've looked through this box like 3-4 times now at least, and I keep finding new books. I think they're sneaking in here. Some type of portal situation.
Well, they are horror.
They are horror, yeah. I've opened up enough of Pandora's box, and I'll take the lid off of this thing. It's just gonna keep refilling with more and more horror comics.
Got info on that Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Kathy. This is Friday the 13th, issue number 1 for $12.
Friday for 12.
Carol. Carol got that one. Thank you, Carol. This is Friday the 13th, Badland, issue number 2. You know, Jason's killing people, as you'd expect it to happen on the cover there. $7 for that.
Yeah, we got some Silver Age in today.
Okay, cool. Cool. So, tell me in the feed, what are some of your favorite horror characters? Who do you like? I mean, I don't know to go by movies because let's face it, man, they've redone most of them a million times. Who's some of your favorite characters? My personal one, I like Leatherface. That's probably my favorite one of the general horror guys. Leatherface, and of course, all the characters from The Devil's Rejects.
Of course.
But
About these? Aren't these silver?
I don't know.
They're right there on top.
Oh, cool. They probably are. Awesome. Oh, Lestat. Nice. Anything with Michael Myers? Sadly, no, Kathy. I thought there would be, but there sadly is not.
That was my favorite when I was a kid.
Michael Myers.
Because we share the last name.
Oh, yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah.
You're like, I could be his sister, and he could try to kill me on Halloween.
I was like the kid he wants to save, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Murdered.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, issue number 8. That's going to be $6. Nightmare on Elm Street, issue 8. Yeah, it's like all those. No matter how cool they get, at least one movie from the series is going to go off the rails and involve some type of psychic powers or witchcraft. I say they're gonna stick something that doesn't belong in at least one of them. They always do it. Space in Jason's case.
Yeah,
Let's put him in space.
That was the dumbest movie I've ever seen. Oh my god. I got him so my phone's over here. He has a little bit. Yeah, but after Freddy, once they did after Michael, once they did the whole Michael spiritual thing with the faces floating around with the masks on,
Yeah.
like fun of that, and I went to Pennywise, and then I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Mm-hmm.
and I was no longer scared of clowns after I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show. So right now it's Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Yeah, with Michael Myers, they did the one where the little girl could like control him or whatever the heck the deal was. They did that weird psychic thing in that one. Yeah. Well, plus there's the Halloween one that doesn't have Michael Myers in it at all, and it's just a pile of garbage.
Well, they did that with.
Is it the third one or the fourth one?
Yeah, they did that with the Freddy one too. Freddy wasn't in any of it. It was just people talking about the movies, and then at the end, all of a sudden, Freddy kills them all.
Oh yeah, that's where they're trying to make the movie. Yeah, and, like the glove wakes up and like the prop. Yeah, a new nightmare or whatever. I think that was called. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey Ed, how's it going, man? Annabella's pretty creepy. I collect a lot of toys, so anytime toys come alive and kill people, I find it creepy. Puppet Master, when I was little, threw me off quite a bit because of the toys killing people. Because all my toys, of course, had guns and stuff. Because play with GI Joes and He-Man. Everybody's got weapons. But Chucky was the one that like I had one of those My Buddy dolls my mom had got me, which is the basis for what they base the Chucky doll off of for the movie. And it would sit there in this little chair in the bedroom, and like that thing would quickly get like tossed in a closet or tossed into my little brother's room who was a baby and didn't know what was going on, or like anywhere, until finally like it went to him as I got older, and like I didn't want it anymore. He had it. Because I would sneak and watch these things. We had HBO at the house. My parents were there all the time. I would sneak and watch stuff. It wasn't one of those things like they let me, like people do now. Like they didn't let me. I just snuck and did it. And I got scared because of it. But eventually he, I guess, figured out that it was like a Chucky doll and like took a marker and just colored its whole face in so mom would get rid of it. So then it was gone forever. But it terrorized us for a couple of years at the house. So messed up. Nightmare for Six. This is issue number 8. Number 8. If you type that in the comments, please. That would help. Exorcist. Yeah, I think Exorcist is probably the scariest movie of all time. I think it's just bar none the most. I mean, if you like have any religious background at all, it's just the scariest movie. Mm-hmm. Ever watched Dead Silence? I haven't. Is that the one where the chick is deaf in it? Or am I thinking something totally different? Nightmare for Six to Christian. Thank you, Christian. This is a cool Marvel Comics classic issue for those of you guys like classic horror, literary horror, classic comics. This covers all that in one. This is The Island of Dr. Moreau, issue number 1 from H.G. Wells. It's from Marvel Comics. An official adaptation of American international sensational movie thriller, The Island of Dr. Moreau. Trapped by science gone mad, hunted by beasts become humanimals. And this was, of course, not the Island of Dr. Moreau, the crazy one with Marlon Brando. This is the one from before. But Island of Dr. Moreau, number 1, 50-cent cover. You can get it right now for $7.
Yeah, Dead Silence is a good movie.
I think I might have seen it. Saber Ventriloquist Dummies makes me think I've seen it.
A guy gets a ventriloquist dummy and ends up killing his wife, so he goes on this whole thing to find where it came from. It came from his hometown. There was an old legend there that, like, this chick died a long time
Did it have red hair and like freckles on its face?
Yeah, its name was Billy.
Like a bow tie suit? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, its name was Billy.
I've seen it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Island for 7 to Dennis. Thank you, Dennis.
Billy was such a bitch. That guy.
Hush is the one with the deaf girl. Okay. I knew there was one of them. And then there's the one that came out with the blind guy, right? Where he turns all the lights out. That's supposed to be kind of cool. And so he's has all his senses, and the people that are in his house are having to stay quiet. So like
Yeah, but then
they don't hear him.
people in his house just teenagers, and it turns out that he's like the villain in all of it.
Yeah. He's the villain. However, the fact that they're in his house
Yeah, makes it
means that really like it's a wash. They're punk kids who probably deserve whatever horribleness happened. Don't breathe is the blind guy. Okay. I know there was a lot of that coming out lately. They're making people afraid of people that have disabilities.
one about a black guy who went into a white neighborhood.
Yes, and supposedly it's really good too. I'm not gonna see that yet. They're saying it's like really like
I
it.
know,
Yeah.
a lot of people are. I'm just like, damn. See, that's why people scared of each other.
Daredevil. This is Nightmare Theater, issue number 1 from November of 1997. Anthology series featuring horror stories here. Nightmare Theater, classic monsters, but it is from Chaos Comics, which makes Evil Ernie, Lady Death, all that before they sold it out, which means that these are classic versions of those characters, but they are going to feature a little more modern art. $5 from Nightmare Theater, number 1. Speaking of Daredevil, if you guys are like, hey, we kind of want some superhero stuff, you can put it in the feed, and I'll start integrating some things. I don't want you guys who normally get on here looking for superhero books to be completely left out. We're selling the horror stuff, but, I want everybody able to get some stuff thereafter.
Can we all agree that Babadook was a piece of shit movie?
Huh?
Can we all agree that the Babadook was a piece of shit movie?
I quit watching it because, well, I think I would have liked it, but the kid started having a seizure, and I turned it off because I can't watch stuff with kids.
Dude, I think that
Since I have, now that I have kids, like I can't watch things happen to kids. I just can't watch it. I just gotta turn it off.
dude, the whole thing was just about psychosis with his mom. Like,
That's what I figured it was.
yeah.
But it's like, oh, he's going into a seizure. Nope, I can't. He's in the car and this is happening and she's driving. Nope, because I've been in the car like when Landon's gotten sick and I've had to like figure out what I'm doing to like help him. It's like I can't watch this stuff.
Dude, I wanna,
Like that's actual horror to me. Actual horror to me is something happening to my kids, and I'm trying to figure out what to do and can't do anything about it. Like that's the worst. With old people?
probably because I don't have kids, but I take care of my grandparents.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
So, like, old people.
Yeah. This is Legion of Monsters. This is Satana. It's from Marvel Comics. It's a one-shot. Satana, number 1 from Marvel. The daughter of Satan, I assume. $6 for that, which is funny because Mephisto's in the Marvel Universe. Thought he's kind of like their devil, but yeah. So I'm going to take down the Attack of the Mutant Monsters for 4. We're going to put out Legion of Monsters, Satana, for 6. Satana, potato, whatever. Speaking of potatoes, it's certainly a good segue. Did you guys watch Defenders this weekend? I'm like 4 episodes in, and holy cow, they all finally met up. And when that show ended and they're all in the elevator, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's everything I could want. All the heroes I like are together. Just wait on Daredevil to put the suit back on. I'm so stoked to finish watching it. Satana for 6 to Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. I love all those guys. Like I'm stoked for all that.
Just like, I love those guys.
Those are all my favorite like Marvel stuff. All the street level guys who could die at any time, but they still choose to be heroes. Those are the guys I dig. Spider-Man, I feel like is part of that, but I feel like Spider-Man is part of that group, but still, I feel like he's still part of them. He's just more the daytime crew. Man, it's good. It's good. Like I said, I've not watched it all. It's 8 episodes, though, so I'm kind of worried I'm going to go through them super quick like I always do and then be like, oh, I've got nothing else to watch on that. But they did show, they put up a new teaser trailer for Punisher, where he's busting the concrete up with a hammer, and it's showing some stuff. It looks like it's just going to be nonstop violence, too. It's going to be good. This is Dead World, issue number 6. Dead World number 6 from Image Comics. And there are a pile of zombies on the front of this. That is $4. $4 for Dead World. All right, this is 30 Days of Night. I've got a number of different random issues, kind of. So I've got that 30 Days of Night, Ebon and Stella, issue 2. I've got issue 3 of that as well. Then I've got issue 4. So I don't have number 1. I got 2, 3, and 4. This is issue 2 of 30 Days of Night, Dead Space, Vampires in Space. Here's issue 3 of Dead Space. Here's issue 5 of 30 Days of Night, Return to Barrow, which is them returning to the Alaska town where the first incident happened. This is 30 Days of Night, Spreading the Disease, issue number 3. And this is 30 Days of Night, Spreading the Disease, issue number 4. Not all these are complete miniseries. It's just a stack of 30 Days of Night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 issues of 30 Days of Night. That we're going to sell in a lot for $15. $15 for 8 30 Days of Night comics. If you're not taking a chance to read it, now is your chance to check it out. Take down The Land of the Dead issue 2 for $5. And we'll put out the 30 Days of Night for $15.
30 Days of Night for 15 to Jay.
Jay got that one. Hey, there's Jay Collins. How's it going, man? This is one we sold earlier today in a set of 2. This is A Nightmare on Elm Street, issue number 6. The Demon of Sleep, part 2. Really cool cover there. Nightmare on Elm Street, issue number 6. It's also $6. And the finished crossover. Huh. I could see them doing it as like a, maybe like a special that goes on Netflix and on, or it goes on ABC first and on Netflix the next day or something maybe. But I feel like it'd be weird for Number 6 to Christian. Hey, Christian. I feel like it'd be weird to hear Jessica Jones say shit on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, I don't know.
Wait, is that the same one I claimed already as Christian?
I don't know. I think we sold it in a 2-pack earlier.
No, you're cool. Can you check like Christian Lover? See if you got A Nightmare on Elm Street number 6. The Demon of Sleep 2 is here.
Okay, because I sold a 2-pack, but I think so. That's good.
Okay, then yeah, he didn't get it yet.
No, you haven't got that one yet. These that I sold earlier. Issue 2 and 3. 7's okay.
Friday the 13th Blu-ray.
Text Chase Mask. Yeah, that's Friday the 13th uncut for $7. No problem. 8. Okay. All right. We sold one of these for 8 and one of these for 7 earlier. These are the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Raising Cain, issue 2 and 3. Turns out I got 2 more of these here. So it was 8 and 7 earlier. I'll take $1 off of that. If you buy them both, you can get both of these for $14. That's issue 2 and 3 of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Raising Cain for $14. 2 and 3 for $14. Oh yeah, and this, how much did Land of the Dead Okay. Going back through, finding a couple more of some other books that we've already sold today. For you guys who are just getting on the feed, this gives you a chance to pick them up. This sold for 8 earlier. It's going to sell for 8 now. It was originally out for 10 when I first put it out. I marked it down to 8, then it sold. I'm going to put it out again for 8. This is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, issue number 1. That is $8. $8 for the Land of the Dead number 1.
Any more Hellraiser there, you know?
No. No, that was it on the Hellraiser. I know we've got more of the Hellraiser. I just don't know where it's at necessarily. But it wasn't part of this horror box. I think because simply Hellraiser was kept coming out at the time, so it wasn't part of this. It's in one of our boxes just with regular comics. When I come across them, I'll keep it in mind. I'll put them out, but I don't have any right now. I'm going to put back out this one shot. This is Night of the Living Dead Prelude. Night of the Living Dead Prelude. That is $6. $6 for that one. I'm going to take down the Mummy issue 2 for $4. This is sort of horror related in a way. This is Marvel Comics issue number 2 of The Man-Thing, the most startling swamp creature of all. Hell hath no fury. And this biker is pulling this hippie through the swamp, and here comes Man-Thing with a chain, ready to give it to him. Hell's Angels, what are they going to do? Man-Thing issue 2, 20-cent cover. That is only $10. This is in very fine condition. I'm going to take down the Nosferatu issue 3 for $3. Night of the Dead for 6 to Justin. And Man-Thing for 10 to Christian. Thank you, Christian. This is another classic horror book. This is Ghosts from DC. We challenge you to read true tales of the weird and supernatural. The Mothball Ghost, Death's Grinning Face, Haunted Hero of St. Helena, and The Man Who Spoke with Specters. This is all together 20-cent cover originally. There is some creases here, but overall, great shape, great color. It's only $5 for Ghosts, issue number 16. Any Tales from the Crypt? Not that I'm aware of, Dennis. Not that I'm aware of, but I might have some. I'm not sure. I'll look and see. Now, there's the other one that they're going to make a movie from.
That one. It is that one.
Oh, it is that one?
Making a movie, and they're putting the original artist on the team to do it.
Yeah, I remember that one. It's not necessarily ghost stories.
I thought it was just called Ghost Stories.
No, because it's not all ghosts. Some of it's creatures and stuff.
You're right, Val. They matter.
I can't remember what it's called, but it came out by the same time as Goosebumps did. But it was like way worse.
It was because they were like shit from back then that was kind of true, you know, like that we base beliefs off of. What was that?
I remember it.
Really got it.
Scary Stories for Girls and Boys. Or
it
something
might
like
have been that. Yeah.
It was something. I can't remember. Just got a few horror ones. Just a few horror, just to add to the the stuff. We had a few horror DVD Blu-rays. We figured we'd put them up here. This is Marvel Comics, The Man-Thing, issue number 9, 25-cent cover. Death Watch. And this big tree is pulling this woman's hair. She's pulling her out of her boat. And there's Man-Thing trying to wrestle it. It's marked 10. I'm putting out for 7. It's got a chip here. But overall, it looks great condition on this. $7. $7 for that.
Scary Stories
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what they're making a movie. Yeah, they're making a movie of it.
All I had to do is look up was Ghost Stories creepy art.
But then again, they made Goosebumps, and it was a goofy comedy. So who
Oh
knows?
yeah, that was weird. They had Jack Black in it.
Yeah. So who knows? Let's get to it.
Man thing for 70, Christian.
Christian gets Man Thing for 7. Thank you, Christian. What's up? Did you find some? Okay. This is the Tomb of Dracula, issue number 50 for Marvel Comics. Tomb of Dracula, issue 50, 30-cent cover, very fine plus condition. The Lord of the Vampires against the power cosmic of the Silver Surfer. It's an odd pairing. I've got to destroy you, vampire. You're the most deadly horror the earth has ever known. The most shocking story of them all. $16. The big thing is, this wasn't the last issue of Dracula, which means Dracula beats Silver Surfer one way or another. $16 for that issue. Preacher is considered horror, Josh, but I haven't found any new Preacher, so otherwise I'd put him out for you. Yeah, I haven't found any to fill the list. All right, we sold some Silent Hill comics. Silent Hill, which, of course, horror movies, horror games. Always creepy because of the fog, which is great for gaming because the game developers don't have to make anything look good until it's right on you because they can just make it all pixelated. But this is the Silent Hill Omnibus, and there is the pyramid head on the front, and on the back you got one of the nurses. This is an omnibus, as you can see, quite a big collection of Silent Hill comics from IDW. It's supposed to be $25 for this. I'm going to put it out right now. For $18. $18 for the Silent Hill Omnibus Collection. I'm going to take down the Dead World for 4. We'll put out Silent Hill right there for 18. Dracula for 16 to Christian. Thank you, Christian. I think we've sold all of them. Let me look. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. But I think we sold all the Chucky comics. I've pulled down very few books today off the wall so far. People have been going crazy for this horror stuff. Nope. Sadly, we sold them. This is the Tomb of Dracula, issue number 16. Back from the grave. And there's Dracula with this lady who either he's with or he's abducting. Either way with him. And here is the specter of a man back from the dead. Bones and all. Tomb of Dracula, back from the grave, 16. Very fine, plus condition. Just a little bit discarded at the top. Otherwise, no chips, no wear, no anything. It's labeled $25. I'm putting it out right now for 17. This is the Tomb of Dracula, issue 16, 20-cent cover for $17. Oh, yeah, man. Well, it was one of those, like, I want to do something special for the eclipse. And then I went to the basement to look for books, and I just happened to find the box that literally says Monsters on it. So, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Oh no, there's no light down there.
Yeah, I know.
There's no light in that basement. It was.
Yeah, I've been in our basement.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's about as dark as you can get.
Go to one
If
end
there's
of
a
it.
door to hell, it's in that basement.
Oh my god, in that one dark room.
Yeah, yeah. With the extra doorways,
Yeah.
the extra
Nowhere.
concrete doorways with the ramps.
I bet you if you outlined it in chalk and knocked 3 times,
Yeah, yeah.
it would open.
Like put a circle on the floor, surround it with salt, and like trap things. Yeah. We have a creepy basement. There's also the full furnace down there, like you see in every horror movie basement.
And like every closed asylum.
Yeah, yeah. Or like the one in one of my favorite horror movies, The Burbs, because it is awesome. Chevy Chase, Princess Leia, all of it. Mouth from the Goonies, they're all there in The Burbs. Not Chevy Chase, it's
I was about to say, I don't
it's Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. All right, this is another bundle. I don't have issue 1 of this. This is Simon Garth. Simon Garth was the original zombie from Marvel Comics. This is a Max version of him. Very cool cover there with a nasty rotted mouth filled with blood. Here's the cover with basically Leatherface, and the zombie's going to take down Leatherface, a Leatherface top character. And in this one, he's taking on an entire horde of zombies on his own.
Leatherface for 7, or Tomb of Dracula, sorry, for 17.
Jay gets the Tomb of Dracula. Thank you, Jay.
All this horror into it.
Yeah, I know. This is the Zombie Simon Garth, issues 2 through 4 from Marvel Max. I don't have issue 1, but you get issues 2 through 4 for only $12. $12 for issues 2 through 4 of the Zombie Simon Garth. 4-issue miniseries, just missing number 1.
I'm not going down there. He's gonna bring that shit to my house. My mom says when you bring ghosts from different places to your house, it's called ghost turkeys.
Thought about it too long. It happens. It happens. This is The Man Thing, issue number 7. A monster stalks the swamp. Good Lord, the bullets go right through that thing, and he keeps on coming, and he's shooting it with what appears to be a G.I. Joe laser rifle, although he's a hillbilly. It is The Man Thing, issue 7, 25-cent cover. That is $7. I'm going to take down the Friday the 13th, issue number 2 for 7. And we're going to put out The Man Thing for 7.
Jason, you're a racer. You can't do a southern accent. That was the cutest thing I've ever heard. Oh, I know it's southern joke.
Well, that was a southern accent for that guy in the swamp.
Okay, because I was like, dude, that's...
That looked like how that guy was speaking.
You look like... You sound like a dude from like the UK trying to do this. First appearance of Dr. Sun is what sold me on it. This is why we can't have a mic over here.
Exactly.
That's exactly why.
Maybe it's different on days we're not here.
Oh no, because it's Darian. What the hell's he gonna say?
Yeah, he'd say it if he was standing up here, though. He'd be like, oh. Oops. Thanks for the likes and shares, Jay. We appreciate that, man. This is the Tomb of Dracula. This is issue number 52 of the Tomb of Dracula. It's him, the one man even I cannot stop. Who is the demon Dracula fears? The best part is that this blonde-haired chick with the green dress, I think is the exact same one on the previous cover we sold. Other that, or that's just his type. Blonde hair, green dress, he's taking her. This time he's taking her on a roller coaster. Like, seriously, they're on a roller coaster. It's $15. Tomb of Dracula, issue 52, 30-cent cover, very fine plus condition. I'm going to take down the Zombies Eclipse of the Undead at #1 for $6 and put that out. We weren't able to find any. Sorry, man. All we had left with the Hellraiser was the one Clive Barker book we sold earlier. I know we had the whole series, the last current series from IDW, where Pinhead gives up his mantle and the chick from the movies becomes the new Pinhead.
Oh, you sold those.
We sold those?
You sold those like a long time ago.
Okay, never mind. We sold those a long time ago on the sale. I do remember selling some. I just wasn't sure.
I remember
Yeah.
the chick on the cover with Pinhead.
Yeah, 'cause she's wearing the white.
And you gave it in a bundle.
Yeah. And this is another issue of Ghosts. This is Ghosts issue 32. We challenge you to read true tales of the weird and supernatural. Please don't mock the dead. Those hats are cursed. This is now the best comic that we've sold today. Cursed hats. And that is a demon coming out of a painting to kill this guy because he is wearing his hat. The Phantom Laugh Last, Fruit of the Hanging Tree, The Ghost Goes Home, and The Hellfire Club. Unrelated to X-Men, since this is a DC book, $5 for Ghost issue number 32. I'm going to take down the Mary Shelley and Frankenstein #1 for $6. We're putting out Ghost for $5. All right, we sold some 30 Days of Night earlier, I think. Yeah, we did. All right, well, I got some of these. And, in fact, the funny thing is like, I had one issue of that in the bundle, so the rest of it's all right here. Actually, I didn't have any. That was Return to Barrow. This is Beyond Barrow. We haven't sold any issues with this in it today at all. There are a lot of 30 Days of Night miniseries. This is the entire miniseries of Beyond Barrow, which takes place outside of Alaska. It's supposed to be $18. It's been tagged for $16.39. I'm going to put $12 on it. This is 30 Days of Night, Beyond Barrow, graphic novel. That is going to be $12. $12 for that. I'm going to take down the Silent Hill for $18. I'm going to put out the 30 Days of Night for $12. Also, this is one of those guys who can be horror-related, cannot be horror-related. I'm sure that the rated R movie coming up will be very horror-ish. And there might even be some prostitutes. This is Venom. This is a Venom mask. As you can see, this is a sublimated nylon, it's spandexy nylon, Under Armour style mask, and it stretches to fit. Also, the eyes have been cut out of the mask, and there is a mesh in there. From a distance, it is just a straight mask. When you put it on, it actually does stretch to your face, so that way you can see the full Venom effect. This Venom mask is $20. You can claim this Venom mask for $20 anytime during the sale.
My screen just jumped to the face of Venom when the thing was there. Gotta make them sales on them bodies.
I'm going to take down the George A. Romero's Land of the Dead #1 for 8. Pull it down for 8. Now I've got right here, this is Land of the Dead 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The first 5 issues of George A. Romero's Land of the Dead. We're going to do 1 through 5 of Land of the Dead. That is going to be $18. $18 for that. Any Stephen King books? Yeah, I just don't know where they are. We sold a lot of our Dark Tower and our The Stand books already. I don't have any of Creepshow or anything like that on me. We may have some of In, but that's all I know of otherwise. Yeah, so nothing that I'm aware of at the moment. Yeah, Stephen King made that movie, Creepshow, years ago, and yeah, that was a pretty decent deal that was on.
Once again, they screwed up the end, but I mean, like, it was a good little movie thing.
Yeah. This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, issue number 13. This is from the original first series. That is a photo cover of the cast on the front. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, issue number 13. That is going to be $4. $4 for that. I'm going to take down the Ghost for 5. We're going to put out Buffy for 4. It's getting hot in here. Sun's blasting in that window and then the lights on.
Sure wish the moon were here to cover it up.
Yeah. So do any of you guys remember Silverhawks from the 80s? It's not horror related, I'm just saying in general. Silverhawks, basically the action figures, they're all vac metal, shiny colors, and you can like you hit the switch, squeeze your legs together, and then arms would pop out, and they had the wings. They were basically based off of some type of space birds. I don't know, it was a thing. They're a superhero team basically. You guys remember some Silverhawks? Totally different.
I know.
What?
I'm reading it as she wrote it.
Oh.
What's the scariest character in you book?
Um,
I want to see how you're gonna answer this.
if I could read it, it's not popped up in my comments.
What is the scariest character in you book? I'm not lying. In you book, I read it right.
Like that I think is the scariest character. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know if nothing's really overly like scared me as far as character wise goes. I'll say the scariest would probably be something like in one of those movies like The Good Son or like Omen or where it's like a kid who's like killing people and stuff, like just weird, odd things that you have to watch for. As far as scary, probably demon stuff. So like Reagan and Exorcist, but it's really not her that's scary. It's the demon in her that's scary. I don't know, something like that, I guess. As far as ones I love, Leatherface. He doesn't really scare me. I just think he's awesome because I like the stories of big inbred hillbilly guys who do stuff. So he fits the bill. Yes. Yes, they can. Like, I think literally booster boxes are it. And online sales, yeah, but and no booster boxes in the store, but otherwise, yeah.
And the dragon head.
Oh, yeah. We got that new one, that Mind Flare. I don't know if they've opened it yet or not.
What? I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, the Mind Flares are kind of like octopus face, like Cthulhu faces, sort of.
Yeah.
And we got one of those. It came in last week, but I don't think they opened it.
No wonder he was willing to sell that one over the weekend. He's selling that dragon one for like 700.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to switch out the movie there. We have the Friday the 13th out here. Friday the 13th, uncut Blu-ray for $7. This is 30 Days of Night, Dark Days. This is on Blu-ray. Blu-ray exclusive graphic inspirations, comic to film exploration. What more could you want? They actually have a thing on here where they talk about taking it from the comic to the movie. $6 for this previewed Blu-ray, previously viewed Blu-ray of it's a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. 30 Days of Night, Dark Days, $6. It's one of those that didn't actually have the name of or the number of the title on it, so I gotta open it up and see. It's from Dark Horse. Oh, it's just a one-shot. This is a one-shot of The Mummy from Universal Monsters and Dark Horse Comics. This is going to be $4. $4 for The Mummy.
30 Days of Night Blu-ray for $6.
Jay, got that? Thank you, Jay. Take down the Nightmare Theater for $5. I'm going to put up The Mummy for $4. Mummy for $4 to Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. This is another Blu-ray for the close-up window, previously viewed, of course. This is the unrated director's cut of Paranormal Activity 2. It is $5. This is from Aircell Comics. This is The Mummy's Curse, issue number 2. That is $3. $3 for The Mummy's Curse. It's up here for $5. Ghosts. We're going to pull that one down. We'll put this out. This is Preacher, issue number 22. That is $5. $5 for Preacher 22 up here on the board. There we go. I certainly can, Timothy. Let me walk around to the front and I'll go over everything. We've already sold a lot of stuff, Timothy. All right, that is Preacher issue 22. That's $5. Here we have The Mummy's Curse issue number 2 for $3. This is 30 Days of Night Beyond Barrow. This is the graphic novel. That is only $12. Here for $14, this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Raising Cain issue 2 and 3 for $14. Here for $8, this is Doc Frankenstein issue 4 and issue 5. You get both of those for $8. Here is George. What is it?
Preacher for 5 to Justin.
Justin gets Preacher for 5. Thank you, Justin. This is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You get 5 issues for $18. This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 13 for $4. This is The Zombie from Simon Garth. It's from Marvel Max. It's issues 2, 3, and 4. There's the cover to 2. There's 3, as you can see. He's taking on a Leatherface type character. And at 4, he's taking on an entire horde of people like him. Simon Garth, The Zombie, 2, 3, and 4 for $12. This is Man-Thing, issue number 7. As you see, it's tagged for $10. I got it out here for $7 for that issue. And Tomb of Dracula, issue 52. As you can see, it's tagged for $20. I've got it out here for $15. Then in the close-up window, that's Paranormal Activity 2, unrated, previously viewed Blu-ray for $5. This is Preacher, issue number 47. Preacher 47. That is $5 for that issue of Preacher.
Land of the Dead, 18, Timothy.
Timothy gets the Land of the Dead for 18. That was a good purchase, Timothy. This is 68, Volume 1. 68, Volume 1. There you can see a zombie. In his mouth is a frag grenade. He's all wrapped in barbed wire. This is the story of Vietnam with zombies. That's right. Zombies added into the equation of the horror of the Vietnam War. This contains the entire first miniseries of 68. And it's supposed to be $20. I can't mark this down a whole lot, but I can put it at $17 for 68, Volume 1. It's a brand new, never read graphic novel, $17. This is Zombies Hunters, number 1. And there are obviously zombie hunters, and here's the zombie. They've got roped up. They've got arrows all through his body. Kill number 12. It has on the sign there, photograph of them, you know, hunting zombies. Zombies Hunters, issue number 1. That is $5. $5 for that. I'm taking on the 30 Days of Night for 12. We're going to put out the zombies for 5. Zombie. Yeah, he's not looking for that. He's already got a lot of the singles. I actually found some the other day, Jay, and put them in some boxes, and I don't know where they're at. I would guess sold them while I wasn't here. I was just taking a guess. I don't know where they would be. If I find some iZombie, though, I'll put them out. I did find some, but it was like issues in the, I think it was like in the 20s, I believe, are the ones that I found. But I'll put them back out if I find them again. Oh, here they are right here. I'm an idiot. And just like that, I found some iZombie. And they aren't, well, one issue, yeah, a couple issues are in the 20s. Ask and you shall receive, Jay. This is iZombie issue number 7. That is $5 for issue 7 of iZombie. I'm going to take down this Mummy's Curse for 3, put out iZombie there for 5. And it goes to Jay. Thank you, Jay. No, I didn't. I think it's because it was selling stuff. This is iZombie issue number 27. iZombie 27 for $4. Mike Howard cover there, of course. But very cool. Justin gets the Preacher for 5. Thank you, Justin. I've got some more down here if I can find it. Just gonna move it. Where it's at. This is Preacher Crusaders. This is Preacher issue 24. It is $5, and that is Air Star on the front with his hands covered in blood. If you've been watching the TV season, you know that he's been initiated on there now. $5 for that issue. I'm going to get Jay to need that issue of iZombie. Let's try this issue of iZombie. This is iZombie issue number 4. Number 4 for $5. This is Vampirella, issue number 5. This is the Virgin Art horror cover. This came out this past week. As Vampirella with full black wings flying as the hands reach for. I guess she's flying through hell, if I was guessing. $10 for that issue of Vampirella. I'm going to take down the zombies for that. Jay, got that iZombie for 5. Thank you, Jay. This is John Constantine, the Hellblazer. This is from Vertigo Comics. Jason Aaron and Sean Murphy on this one. Honestly, that's a pretty great creative team. This is Hellblazer issue 246. That is only $4. That issue of Hellblazer. That's from the original good run there. Did Stephen King's It have a comic? Not that I know of. But Marvel did a lot of adaptations, but I don't know. Since it was a Jay got that Hellblazer for 4. Was the original It a TV? It was a TV one, wasn't it? It was a TV miniseries?
It was a 2-part TV.
Yeah. I don't know if it would have a comic since it was a 2-part TV deal. This is John Constantine Hellblazer, issue 288. 288. And there he is. He's lighting this lighter. And there is a demon waiting behind him. It is $4. Simon Bosley cover on that. Okay, so this next one is kind of a stretch. This is kind of a stretch. But it's horror because she's a ghost. Her name is Ghost. This is Ghost, issue number 1. Adam Hughes doing the cover and interior on this. Dark Horse Heroes, Ghost number 1. Very first issue of Ghost. It is $12. Very fine plus to near mint condition for $12. I'm going to take down the Texas Chainsaw Massacres for $14 for the 2 issues. We're putting out Ghost number 1 for $12. Justin, were you trying to claim something? We've not seen... Oh, I bet you're trying to claim that next Preacher, aren't you? Vampirella for 10 to Jay. Thank you, Jay.
You said Preacher 24?
Yeah, okay. We got you. Yeah, if you've typed that before, it did not come through. I think because you've claimed the other 2 Preachers and it's just not letting it. Yeah, you have to put it like in a sentence, like I claim Preacher for 5 or whatever, because I think I do have another issue to put out, maybe, or maybe I don't. That may have been it on the Preacher.
Hellblazer for 4 to Jay.
Jay gets the Hellblazer for 4. Thank you, Jay. This is an old issue of Hellblazer. This is John Constantine Hellblazer, issue number 8 from 1988, and I'm going to sell it for just $8. Hellblazer number 8 for $8.
They're making an It comic.
Oh, from the new stuff?
Yeah, and here's the 3 covers.
Oh, that's cool.
Coming out.
Okay, so there will be a It comic for the new movie, but there wasn't anything from before. Doesn't look like.
Nothing from
This is Preacher issue number 38. That's going to be $5, and that's Arseface on the front playing in his band.
Hellblazer for 8, Jay.
Jay got the Hellblazer for 8. Thank you, Jay. This is John Constantine Hellblazer, number 247, 231, 232, and 238. You get 4 issues of Hellblazer. Jay, I feel like you're probably going to bomb. So I'm going to put out 4 issues for $15. 4 issues for $15 on the Hellblazer. There's a bundle. Jennifer's obsessed with Stephen King. That's cool. Jay gets those Hellblazers for 15. Thank you, Jay.
I mean, of course, back then all you were scared of was like predators taking your kid.
Yeah.
Now it's like so much more to be scared of.
Oh yeah, yeah. The new one, they've made it far more of a supernatural thing.
Well, I mean, the old one, he was an alien spider. How much more supernatural can you get?
That's true.
Alien spider.
And now I don't know I guess he was an alien spider. He may have been an extra dimensional, because now it turns out that all the Dark Tower things are the Stephen King stories all tied together.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's all they're all in the same multiverse, which is how they explain him using the same names for lots of characters in the different books, because it's different alternate universes. Yeah.
In real life, you just can't think of names.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Cambodian breast milk. From Dave Chappelle. You remember that? What's some Cambodian breast milk? This is The Walking Dead issue number 1, Image First. That is $3. $3 for that. It was because it was like Puff Daddy's crib. I forget what they were calling it. Like it was like the MTV show. Yeah. Some Cambodian breast milk.
I claim Preacher 38 for 5 to Justin.
Justin gets to preach for 5. That's how you have to do it every time, I think.
And Walking Dead for 3 to Rebecca.
Rebecca at The Walking Dead for 3. Thank you, Rebecca.
Or says I'm listening to this in the audio in my car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How does it come through in the car? Does it sound good?
I don't know why he's typing and driving if he listens to audio, but any Chambers of Chills today?
Not that I found, Ed. Not saying we don't have any, but I've not found any as of yet. There are some good older books out there, though. We got The Man-Thing, and we've got The Tomb of Dracula, both out there. This is Preacher issue 50. That is $7. $7 Preacher issue 50 is a little bit special issue there. Oversized.
He says, yeah, it sounds hella crisp.
Cool. That is good. Good. This is Zombie issue 28. That's going to be $4. We're going to put that up there on the board. Oh, like that was a Virgin Art. It's not one of those we had. I might have something else though. Let me look. I moved a lot of them over the weekend, I think. This is Walking Dead 115 second printing. This is $6. $6. All Out War Part 1. This is the part where they take the fight to Negan. $6 for that Walking Dead 115. I have this one. Virgin Art. 12? All right. People are looking at you. Our people think that you're trying to sell them comics. That's what they're hearing. They're like, this guy just listening to a dude talking about garbage. I hate being paladins. I don't like being bound by religion or rules.
Oh, for Marcus, in this new game, he was like, you have to be a good alignment.
Yeah.
So I chose to be neutral because I couldn't do good.
Yeah, I hate playing evil characters. I don't do evil stuff. I just hate having
Yeah.
That was funny when he knocked down your dude. Being stupid.
No, my brother.
Is that your brother?
Yeah.
You guys don't look alike, though.
Well, when I was his age, we looked identical.
Yeah. Same thing as me and my sister. Zombie is a singular Apple product type for 4.
Jay gets the hot zombie for 4.
That was good.
That was a good one. That was a good one, Jay.
Forced,
Yeah, time to pick it up, man. All right, this is Ghost Rider issue 77. Ghost Rider's horror, right? He's a demon in a body, and there's Doctor Strange who does all kinds of occult magic. There you go. They're both together. This is Ghost Rider 77. That is $3. $3 for that. This is Monsters on the Prowl. It's from Marvel Comics, issue 21. It's a 20-cent cover. Marvel Monsters on the Prowl. All citizens are advised to stay in their homes because a Martian stalks the city. He's right behind this guy's couch. Came all the way from Mars to go up into this guy's apartment, get behind his couch. He came specifically for this dude, and here he is. Monsters on the Prowl, 21. It is only $4. $4 for Monsters on the Prowl. I'm going to take down the Buffy for 4, put out Monsters on the Prowl for 4. Do it, Forrest. Take it on your shoulder. Wear a windsuit. Be cool. I mean, I don't know if it's really be something good to break dance to, but you can really break dance to anything if you try hard enough. They'll make it life size, you know, because it'll be the size of a pickle. Yeah, because I think they're already working on a second series of those figures with the build a figure thing. The last set, they'll snowball or whatever. I haven't got them all yet.
Now, it would make sense for them to make that.
I thought they would. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, maybe Rob's going to tell Marcus to order it for the store. And then I'm like, oh, custom.
Yeah. Trap.
Yep, there goes that. No, because Adult Swim now says you have to have a second subscription to watch it.
I think someone put it on YouTube and
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll stay up there for like, well, even by now it's probably gone. It seems like they'll get it up there, but then it's like usually within 24 hours they crack down pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Now one guy had it up, but it was backwards,
Yeah.
like he mirror imaged it. But I just can't watch it like that. I just can't.
Yeah, or they distort it in some way.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't sound right.
And it's like I can tell, and I'm just like, nope. But yeah, I've only watched half the Pickle Rick episode because it kept shutting off when I was watching it.
Really?
Yeah, so I haven't watched the others because of course we moved, and then Defenders came out, and SummerSlam was on last night, and I didn't have much time for TV anyway. So yeah, I got to catch up this week. Of the Witching or Flinch, Timothy, I had a bunch of Flinch a while back. I don't think I have any now, but if I find some, I'll put it out. This is The Darkness. This is The Darkness. Hey, The Darkness is kind of horror. This is the Darkness. It's number 25. This is a sketch style variant by Ed Benitez. Convention exclusive, limited to 500. It does have certificate of authenticity on the back. It was a Wizard World East limited edition Top Cow Special Darkness 500, exclusive by J Company Comics. One of 500 copies, and it is signed by J Company Comics there. Ghost Rider for 3 to Christian. Thank you, Christian. We're going to put out the Darkness, issue 25, one of 500 convention exclusive with certificate. That is $19.
Why haven't you never bought that, you know, like that Max Brooks Lifestyle cover?
Oh, yeah, the Extinction Parade.
Yeah, don't you do it all the time? I know boxes. It's in that second one you're digging through. Or in the front.
I say it's. Thought it was.
Shit, I've been selling it all week in the Extinction Parade. And I'll be gone.
There's no one around number one. Just kind of looking through some boxes. I wasn't here over the weekend, so there's some boxes back here. I'm not exactly sure what is what, so I'm just kind of checking to see. Oh, this is a horror book, if I've ever seen one. DC and Vertigo, this is Tainted. And this guy has wiping, he's got a rubber glove on. He's wiping off the steam off the mirror. There's a bumblebee and some scissors. And I don't know what's going on, but it does say must be 17 or older to purchase. So probably some creepy serial killer style action here. Yeah, take it easy. Nah, I'm good. Thank you. This is Tainted, issue number 1 from DC and Vertigo. It is $5. $5 for that. I'm going to take this down for $12. Ghost number 1 for $12. Didn't sell. You know what? I'm going to mark it down to $9. $9 for Adam Hughes. Ghost issue number 1 from Dark Horse. I'm going to pull these down. You get both issues of Dark Frankenstein for 4 and 5.
And that's it. I'm turning off Facebook. Said Timothy.
Christian. All right, Christian. Thank you. Don't, man. Don't try to stop temptation.
And Timothy wanted Tainted for 5.
Tainted for 5 to Timothy. That was there. There we go.
John simply said, how much is it? Not sure.
I don't know either. What are we talking about, John?
Right?
This is from Dark Horse Comics. This is Conan, issue 39, in the Tower of Terateth. And basically he's fighting this monster that has bats coming out of its mouth. Horror enough for me. Conan, issue 39 for $4.
Info on The Walking Dead. What's the number on it?
I didn't know I had one out there.
It's your top one for 6.
Oh, this is The Walking Dead issue 115, second printing, variant cover. $6 for that. Sold one of these earlier. Put another one of these out right now. This is Shaun of the Dead, issue number 3. That is $6. $6 for Shaun of the Dead, issue 3.
What preacher is up?
Number 50. That's Preacher issue 50 for $7. Oh yeah, I would normally put the name on the top. Yeah.
Benjamin does it reverse for some reason. We don't know.
You might just want to change it all so that way you get how you want it.
That's what McKaylee does every time she comes in. You just change it.
Here's the thing: if you start at the top slot, the name should be above it. Yeah.
And what Benji does is then put the comic on the top. Of
What?
the thingy. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Anarchy.
Insanity.
That's why the Packer gets checklist sheets.
We had people asking about Stephen King earlier. These aren't Stephen King books, but they are Joe Hill comics. Joe Hill is the son of Stephen King, and I tell you, it's not going to take long, and I think he's going to be considered the superior of the two because he already created Lock and Key, which is one of the best comics I've ever read, and this is called Wraith. This was after his Nosferatu book that he did. Basically, it's the story of a guy in this car who's basically immortal. He steals children that are being like neglected by their parents or perceived to be neglected, or they're just rotten kids or just jerkhole kids. And he takes them to this wonderland, this old carnival, and leaves them there. And they just eat candy and get crazy, and their teeth get long, and they become like his rabid army of children that he then takes people to, especially the parents who are missing the kids, and they eat them.
Alright, that's the scariest.
Yeah.
person I've
So this is Wraith 4 and 5. 4 and 5. I don't have 1, 2, or 3, or 6. I just got 4 and 5. So I'm going to sell them pretty cheap. You get both books. You're getting 4 and 5 of Wraith for $6. $6 for 2 comics. From the creator of Lock and Key, Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. I'm going to take down the Monsters on the Prowl for 4. We'll put out Wraith 4 and 5 for $6. Thankfully, horror has a really wide umbrella. It allows me to put quite a bit of different stuff up on the board. This is Twilight Zone. This is the 2014 annual of Twilight Zone. All the stories in this, which I think there are multiple, are all contained in this single issue. On the front, you got a guy making a contract with the devil. He's getting some money. There's the contract, and that's obviously the devil's hands because they're red. It's $5. Twilight Zone Annual 2014 for $5. We're going to take down the Man-Thing for $7, and we're going to put that out for $5. What was it?
You said he had to be the devil because he got red hands.
Oh, yeah.
So that's racist.
I thought you said sad faces.
No.
I was like, who's putting sad faces up? Damn it.
It's like when Marcus texts me, he's like,
It's Gregory.
right? And it was Gregory. That's what pissed me off. I'm like, it's you.
That is 115 second print for $6. What's for 6 in the middle? 6 in the middle, I just talked about this. This is Wraith, issue 4 and 5 by Joe Hill, Stephen King's son. Issue 4 and 5 of Wraith for $6. Hit on this Walking Dead for 6. How about this one? This is the Walking Dead Weekly, issue number 18. It is $9. $9 for the Walking Dead Weekly, issue 18. $9. Huh? Yeah, like this classic car. Like, and he was like this real poor guy, and he got offered the job to drive it, and then he realized that it took him over basically, and it kind of disowned it. And the license plate says the license plate says Nosferatu on the license plate, and like that's the thing. That's the book too that they brought it out with.
Do you have Boondock Saints hardcover? Is he talking about that new hardcover that just came out to commemorate the new third movie that's supposed to come out?
Probably.
Those are special.
I don't think we have any of them, regardless. No, we don't have any Boondock Saints hardcover. No, I'm sorry, Dennis. All right. We've been selling a lot of horror comics in the past while. Lots and lots. For you guys who might have just been getting on the feed and missing out, I do have a number of them that I've pulled off the board that I could show off to you guys again real quick and see. In fact, I'll do that now. I'm going to go through the ones that I've pulled off the board and see if you guys want any of these. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. So if Tosh sees that you claim, she'll stop me to pull them. But otherwise, I'm just going to go through them real quick. So you need to kind of pay attention to what we got going on here. This is The Man-Thing, issue number 7. That is $7. Monsters on the Prowl, number 21 for $4. Doc Frankenstein, issue 4 and 5. You get both of them together for $8. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, issue 13 for $4. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Raising Cain, issue 2 and 3. You get both of those issues for $14. Zombies, Hunters, number 1 for $5. I, Zombie, 27 for $4. The Mummy's Curse, issue 2 for $3. The 30 Days of Night, Beyond Barrow, graphic novel, complete graphic novel for only $12. We've got Ghosts, number 32 for $5. iZombie for $4 to Jay. That's for you, Jay. Ghost, number 32, that's $5. Nightmare Theater from Chaos Comics. It's number 1 for $5. This is Ghost issue 16 for $5. The Walking Dead Weekly, issue number 16, that is $12. $12 for The Walking Dead Weekly 16. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, issue number 1 for $6. $6 for that. This is Zombies, Eclipse of the Undead, number 1 for $6. Friday the 13th, Badlands, issue number 2, $7. Dead World, number 6 for $4. Nosferatu, issue number 3 for $3. Friday for 7 to Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. This is The Mummy, issue number 2 for $4. This is George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, number 2 for $5. Attack of the Mutant Monsters, number 1 for $4. Shaun of the Dead, issue number 4 for $4. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, issue number 3, that is the Terror cover. It is $6. Yes, Keith, it's the first trade paperback of 68 for $17. Sean for $4 to Crud Puppy. There you go. Again, that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre for $6. We've got Zombie from Marvel. Marvel Max 18 and plus title. Zombie number 1 for $5. And last but not least, Morbius, the Living Vampire, number 1 for Marvel Comics. That is $5. It's not, though, because that's the thing. He is alive, and yet he must still feed on human blood. It's a curse.
That makes him a vampire, though.
The feeding on blood makes him a vampire.
Yeah, the original vampires were still alive. They weren't the undead.
He's a living vampire.
It's only like in modern times we made them actually dead and need to feed to be like alive.
Well, if he quits feeding, he'll die, right?
Yeah, but so would we if
Yes.
we stopped eating meat and like vegetables and
What issue is Tomb of Dracula? That is Tomb of Dracula issue 52. If you put that in the feed. Tomb of Dracula 52 for $15. But Morbius was created through science, not supernatural
well,
means.
then it's kind of like those like cannibalistic dudes who like get infected and have to eat flesh, but they don't want to eat flesh. They're still alive, but they're zombies, right?
Yeah, like in Cannibal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Cannibal.
Yeah, they don't make him a vampire. He's just a cannibal then.
No, Morbius has a blood disease. He has to constantly have new human blood to survive.
So he's anemic.
In a way,
What's
he also has. I know in the animated series, he had things on his hands. Is how he fed. But in the comics, he's always used the teeth.
Well, what's that tick that if it bites you, it makes you like allergic to red meat?
Oh, almost any tick. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's apparently a thing that's pretty common now.
It's in Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Haley has it.
Yeah, my buddy Ryan, he had to become a vegetarian because of it.
Yeah, so
He
it's
gets
all
sick.
that.
Gotta suck.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not dead.
Well, they're not. I didn't say if you're vegetarian you die. I said if you stop eating meat and vegetables and the things you need to survive, you die.
That's not eating humans, but if you, we can do this all day. None of this will be actually correct.
Things need food to survive. Or
Oh, no problem, Tony. This is Conan issue 39. Conan 39 for $4. Here, put that in the feed. Basically, anytime I tell anybody what issue something is.
that is number 9, right?
No, it's number 39.
30.
All right. Let's see. This is the Twilight Zone issue number 4. That is going to be only $3. $3 for the Twilight Zone number 4. Take on the Twilight Zone annual for $5. Put that one out for $3. I literally just saw something and I can't find it again when I flip back through the books.
Damn, dude.
There it is. All right, this is a horror book. This is Hack and Slash versus the Bomb Queen. Bomb Queen's not a horror book, but Hack and Slash is, of course, Cassie Hack going around killing all kinds of monsters. Image Comics presents Bomb Queen versus Hack Slash. It is a one-shot, mature readers one-shot. That is going to be $7. Twilight for $3 to Rebecca. I think she means Twilight Zone for $3.
Oh, well, sorry that I just said Twilight Zone.
We don't sell any Twilight comics here. Mostly because we just don't have any. This is Bomb Queen versus Hack Slash. That is $7. They had this shirt of the Goon that you could get at Hot Topic. It was like a limited edition, and I think the proceeds like went to a charity thing. But it was the Goon going like, I ain't worried about no like fucking sparkly vampire or something like that. Like it was like had cuts all over it. Like, yeah.
Still owns that shirt. It's like my day vampire or blood
Actually, I feel like they do both. I feel like vampires do both.
Bomb Queen. Wow. Yep, that one for 7, said Jay.
Surprise! There we go. That goes to Jay. Thank you, Jay. I thought you'd be down for that. I was hoping there was more Hack and Slash when I found that, but it wasn't the case. Oh, yeah, I found this thing earlier, and it's insane. I think you guys are going to like it. It's also $7. This is from Solson Publications. This is Samurai Funnies featuring the Texas Chainsaw Samurai, the most terrifyingly funny comic ever made. And that is Leatherface as a samurai in Frank Miller art style. Texas Chainsaw Samurai, it is $7. That's the beauty of comics. $7. It's about as indie as you can get right there. Samurai for 7 to Dennis. Thank you. And I'm not buying. Yeah. There's lots of stuff I put on the sale that, yes, I probably should purchase, but I'm trying to spread the love of comics to you guys and take your monies. This is James O'Barr's The Crow Wild Justice. This is from Kitchen Sink Comics and Top Dollar Comics 1, 2, and 3. The entire miniseries of James O'Barr's The Crow Wild Justice. It's from the original creator here. And guess who does the artwork? A guy at the time nobody knew. His name's Charlie Adlard. He just happens to draw the freaking Walking Dead. He did this Crow miniseries. Early Charlie Adlard artwork right here. 1 through 3 of The Crow Wild Justice. That's the entire miniseries. We're going to put that out for $20. $20 for The Crow Wild Justice 1 through 3. Yes, there's one actually unplugged moments ago to plug in the Wi-Fi. There you go. Yep. Crow for 20 to Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. This is James O'Barr's The Crow. This is Flesh and Blood. A little-known artist named Alexander Maleev, who now I know as Alex Maleev, who happens to do tons of things for Marvel, including Jessica Jones and Elektra and all kinds of various stuff, Daredevil. Alex Maleev did art on this one. This is from Kitchen Sink Press and their older Crow miniseries. 1, 2, and 3, the entire Crow miniseries. The Crow, Flesh and Blood. That is also going to be $20. The ghost of the Maddox basement helped me find good comics today.
Please don't say that. Just don't. Darian said he saw someone crouching behind the boxes yesterday.
He did not.
When his fence, he'll be first one to die. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
Isn't it anyone but the let people die? Like first and only.
No, it's always like it for a while, but
But he would be the one because he's all buffed up. That he'd be like, oh, he's gonna live. Nope. Skinned and hung upside down.
Wow. Why do you have to stop him, dude?
Our ghosts are wild here.
You gotta stop.
This my 12-year-old sister chased him around that old store with the bug.
This is Batman, Hellboy, and Starman Book 1. Horror? Well, Hellboy's in it. Close enough. Batman, Hellboy, and Starman. James Robinson and Mike Mignola. Mignola does the artwork on this and in the cover. Book 1 from Dark Horse. Batman, Hellboy, and Starman. Number 1. That's going to be $9. I'm going to take down the Tomb of Dracula for $15. We're going to put up that for $9. I'm going to mark down the Tomb of Dracula, number 52. I'm going to mark it down to $12, and it's going to replace this Preacher up here for $7. The Preacher is $7. However, it is marked $12, so I'm not going to mark it down any lower. That sounds awesome, Jay. So that's the one I just put out. The Flesh and Blood. The question is why haven't you claimed it yet, Jay? First female crow, guys. First female crow. Good. Still plenty of time. The problem is going to be keeping the second one.
That's what I was thinking too.
I did find some good superhero stuff. I'll have time to find more or not, but I'll look for some more while I'm at it.
You want me to pick you up something from somewhere? Let me know.
Okay, I'm good right now. I actually had a big lunch before I left today. Since today's like one of the few days where like Tracy's there when I'm there before I leave. Oh man. All right. So here we go. Horror Cell. We're going with it. I'm going to go around and talk about what's on the board. And we're going to move some stuff, knock down the prices on some stuff, get rid of some stuff, whatever we need to do. Actually, I'm going to walk around. I'm just going to do it from here. Completely capable. I've got arms. This is The Walking Dead Weekly, number 18 for $9. I can't really mark that down. I'm just going to leave that right there for right now. This for $4. This is Conan issue 39 for $4. I really can't mark down that either. So I'm just gonna take it down though. And we'll put up Preacher issue 48 for $5. Preacher 48 for $5, and that is Quinn Cannon on the front with a hot dog. Nope. Yep, I'm surprised.
They seen the movie, so they know about it.
This is Ghost issue 0 and Ghost number 1. You get both of these now for $9. $9 for Ghost 0 and Ghost number 1. Take down the 68 for 17. Brand new graphic novel. I can't mark it lower than that. It's tagged at 20. That's about as good as I can do on that.
I should do a comic where they get a bunch of the crows together, and they just call it Comic Murder.
This is 30 Days of Night, Red Snow. Vampires, Nazis, vampires killed by Nazis, and Nazis killed by vampires. It's all right here. 30 Days of Night, Red Snow by Ben Templesmith. He does the art inside and writes it. It is only $10 for this graphic novel.
Is that a one-shot?
It's all in this. It's a graphic
Oh,
novel.
it's a graphic.
Yes,
Okay.
the whole story's right there. Here for $6, 2 issues of Wraith for $6. I really can't do more than that. It's $3 a piece. Take those down. We're going to put this out for $7. This is Max Brooks' Extinction Parade War. About 2 sisters who are vampires in a world filled with zombies, where the vampires are fighting the zombies because they all have the same food source. Extinction Parade War number 1. This is the leather-bound red foil cover, limited to 1,000 copies. It's supposed to be $20. A suggested retail price. I got it for $7. Extinction Parade War number 1, leather-bound, for $7. Which Preacher is that? It's Preacher number 48, Josh. This is the Zombie Simon Garth, issue 2, 3, and 4 for $12.
Extinction for 7 Dennis.
Dennis got one. I might have another. Yeah, I got another one. All right, and Warren got one as well. Yeah, Dennis got it, and then Warren was under him. I'm going to put this back out for $8. You get Zombie Simon Garth. This is from Marvel Max. It's issues 2, 3, and 4 of the 4-issue miniseries for only $8. 3 issues for $8. Here for $20, this is the Crow 1 through 3 set. They don't want to do much less than that on these, to be quite honest. I'll mark them down one time before I just pull them back. This is James O'Barr's The Crow, Flesh and Blood, featuring the first female crow. It is $18. $18 for that. All right, we got down here for $9. Batman, Hellboy, and Starman. Really? What's a Batman Hellboy crossover? Because it sounds like the greatest thing ever in the history of all things in all time and space. But that's fine. I'll mark it down to $7. Batman, Hellboy, and Starman, issue number 1, $7 for that. James Robinson, Mike Mignola. Let's see, up here for 6, this is Shaun of the Dead, issue number 3. Mark that down one time to $4. For 12, that is the Tomb of Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, number 52. I'll mark it one time down more, and it's this half price on this. It is tagged at $20. You can get it right now for $10. And this is The Man-Thing, issue number 4. The most startling swamp creature of all, the Man-Thing. And there he is. These guys are in a Jeep in the swamp. They're freaking out. There's the Man-Thing. They're about to hit him. He's reaching for him. $6 for Man-Thing issue 4, 20-cent cover from Marvel Comics. Christopher got the Tomb of Dracula for 10. Jay just missed that one. You're close. Huh? Is it 7?
790 or 750 or something like that. It was 700 or something.
It's still for the wrong amount.
I know.
See, I thought it was 1,000.
It used to be.
It used to be, but then he decided to actually sell it.
I've been waiting to buy it.
Text him and ask. We're going to text Marcus and find out exactly. We're not 100%. We're going to text Marcus and find out about the Dragon Head. This is The Phantom Stranger. It is issue number 2, 8, or 3. I can't tell because there's a tear on the cover here that keeps me from being able to see what issue number it was. It is a Silver Age Phantom Stranger. It's a frozen ship here with some type of ice monster, and there's the Phantom Stranger. It's only going to be $4 for the Phantom Stranger Silver Age issue, but it does have a tear here on the cover. Excuse me, on the cover. It is $4. PM. Some of the stuff gets a chance to respond for sure. All right, Josh, we're going to check it out. This is Conan the Barbarian, issue number 9. It is a 15-cent cover from Marvel, The Garden of Fear. And there's Conan, a chick hanging around his waist and setting up a harpy here with a sword, a dark demon trying to attack him. Very nice looking. The greatest sword and sorcery hero of all is tagged for $20. I got it for $15. Issue number 9 of Conan for $15. I'm going to take down this Phantom Stranger for $4. I don't think anybody's going to. If somebody bought it immediately, they're not going to buy it. There you go. $15 for that. All right. This is a Blu-ray. This is Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. The new unrated cut. For the first time, you will see the activity. Blu-ray, previously viewed, $7. And, of course, earlier today, also for $7, we had up Friday the 13th, uncut Blu-ray for $7. They're previously viewed. You can claim those at any time. This is Mars Attacks 1/2. So one of these earlier today. I got another one of these. Mars Attacks issue 1/2 from Wizard Magazine. It does have the certificate of authenticity on the back from Wizard. That is $9 there for Mars Attacks 1/2. I'm going to take down the Walking Dead Weekly. We'll put out the Mars Attacks for 9. There we go. We want to get those shares going. We need some more likes and shares on the feed. We need to get the eyeballs on here. If you know people who are into horror comics or into comics in general or getting deals, be sure to share the feed out. We'd highly appreciate you putting it onto their pages or into groups you may be a part of, horror groups, Walking Dead groups, what have you, because we're willing to put up anything. Jay. $850. $850 gets you the dragon head. It is a thick foam latex, much like the big Deadpool and Harley Quinns you see at FYEs that are made by NECA. Gloss paint inside on the tongue, the interior of the mouth, and on the eyes. Very well done, well airbrushed. Also, of course, on the base here. And it is tagged the Red Dragon Trophy plaque by WizKids. And there you go. It's all here. $850 for that. $850 should be, yeah. Should have done that. Hey man, everything's for sale for the right price. Lemon Juice McGee's for sale for the right price. That dropped down, yeah, that dropped down $150. It was $1,000. $1,000 when it was at the other store. So now $850 for that dragon head. It's huge. You actually can't even see the top of it on the screen. The horns, all three, go on up. Heck, it sticks out. I mean, it's good size. This is Howard the Duck, issue 14. How was Howard the Duck a horror book, you might ask? Well, here he is as the son of Satan. So he's got a pentagram on his chest and fangs. So done and done. Within man and fowl lurks a demon demanding to be set free, a duck possessed. Howard the Duck, number 14. That is $7. $7 for that. Very fine condition. That's what I deal with on a regular basis. All right. We sold a lot of horror books today. So we'll probably start transitioning over as we're going here. How do you spell Mr. Zaz? I can't remember. Zaz? Yeah. There's an S in there somewhere too. It's like, just look it up on like Wikipedia or whatever. Mr. Zaz, the Batman villain. Victor Zaz. You could make it shoot fire, Josh. It is foam, so it'd be easy to put a hole there with a tube.
Victor says Z-A-S-A-S-Z.
Z-A-S.
No, Z-S-A-S-Z.
Z-S-A-S.
Z.
Z-S-A-S-Z. Yeah, I know it's something weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
All I'm going to start integrating some regular superhero books as we start going. Yeah, you just run a tube right there through the mouth. Boom. Well, you just gotta have the hose coming out far enough out from the face so that you're good. And it would look awesome once. Regardless, it would look awesome one time. All right, this is Shadow of the Bat, issue number 1. This is the very first appearance of Victor Zsasz, also known as Mr. Zsasz. Also, you can see him on the Gotham TV show. And he's the guy in the comics, in the video games. He's everywhere. He's got action figures. He's the guy who cuts the tally marks all over his body as he kills people. Shadow of the Bat, number 1. This is the collector's edition version. This has the Batman Shadow of the Bat number 1 comic. This has the 3-dimensional Arkham Asylum pop-up. This has 2 full-color Brian Stelfreeze posters, which is the covers to issue 1 and 2 of Shadow of the Bat. The official blueprint of Arkham Asylum, and a special edition bookmark, all polybagged and sealed and bagged and boarded. It is $12 for Batman Shadow of the Bat, issue number 1. I'm going to take down the Preacher for $5. We're going to put out the Batman Shadow of the Bat for $12. Justin, this is issue number 48. 48 for $5. You can claim it if you'd like. All right, Justin, you got that issue of Preacher for $5. Thank you, Justin. Well, guess it's about another hour, spans.
Yeah, it's about 6 almost. 2 minutes to
Part of why today's been better, too, is that we got everything moved this weekend. So I don't have that hanging over me of having to worry about that garbage,
Yeah.
which was quite a bit of stress for the week.
It wasn't all of it though, right?
No, it wasn't all of it.
Yeah. So you had a little break from the
I had a little break from
Mego bullshit.
other things, yes. I had some break from other things as well, yes. Also got to do a wrestling show. It's always fun. Lets me get out some stuff. Scram people on the microphone. Out there doing jumping jacks for everybody. Because I was refusing to get in the ring. I was like, I'm not ready yet. I'm just stretching and stuff.
Like, I think he hears you. He's like, don't worry, be happy.
Maybe he's hearing those chimes.
Oh, okay.
All right, I got something cool here. We got the Starhawks. The Silverhawks, Silverhawks 1 through 7 from 80s cartoon and action figure utopia of greatness. It is Silverhawks. They were all vac metal chromed, different colors, and they would pop their arms up and they had their capes, their wings, whole thing. Silverhawks 1 through 7. They are from Star Comics, which makes quite a bit of stuff. Like they made the A-Team comics and a Mask and a bunch of others. Star Comics 1 through 7 of Silverhawks. For only $15. $15 for Silverhawks 1 through 7. Relive a little of your childhood. And take down the Batman, Hellboy, and Starman for 7. We're going to put that out for 15. 7 issues for $15. I don't have any Swamp Thing right now. No early Swamp Thing anyway. Maybe some New 52, but nothing early. Silver Age, Avengers, or Spider-Man. Got you covered, Justin. Hang on just a second. This is the Avengers issue number 71. It is a 15-cent cover, Silver Age cover there, 12 to 15, of course, is silver. The final battle, and there they are in Paris, and there's Vision battling the original Human Torch. You've got Black Panther fighting Captain America, and the Submariner fighting Yellow Jacket. This is in very fine condition. I'm going to come show it to you up close to the camera because it is a higher price book, so I'm going to show it for a second to you. This is Avengers 71. 15-cent cover. As you can see, very little wear to the comic overall. Even the not many of the little spider lines near the staples. The color is very vibrant. The corner's a little rounded. It's obviously been red, but I would say it's fine condition on this. Fine to fine plus. It's got $61 tagged on it. I'm going to put it up there for $49. $49 for Avengers number 71. I'm going to put it in the close-up window. Probably. I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. Oh, it's the first appearance of the Invaders. That's cool, Dennis. I think Dennis just told us. He knows his stuff. First appearance of the Invaders. Awesome. Right there. You can get it for $49. I better pull the tag down a little bit. There we go. It makes it a little easier. But granted, I mean, it's quite a bit of a discount off of its already price. And when it was priced out like in 2015. So, I mean, you know, it's going to be higher. So there you go. All right. This is The Man Called Nova, issue number 8. It's a 30-cent cover. It is from 1977. Don't come any closer, fool, or your best friend dies at the hands of Mega Man. But not that Mega Man. This Mega Man, who's solid pink. But if I don't move, my parents will be killed instead. Ooh, that's a quandary. That is a quandary, Richard Ryder. Justin Richard gets the Avengers for 49. Thank you, Justin. We are going to put out the Nova issue 8 for $7. I'm going to take down the Mars Attacks for 9. We're going to put the Nova there for 7. That is a nice pickup, man. Nice pickup. What's up, Patrick? What are those weird faces for? Is that a breathing heavy face? I can't tell what's going on there. Oh, yeah. Nah, wrong Mega Man. This guy has no face and he's solid pink with green boots. This is Invincible Iron Man issue 62. 20-cent issue of the Invincible Iron Man. Can't hold up this generator another second. But if I collapse, then Pepper dies and Whiplash wins. Fall, you tin-headed has-been. Fall. Okay. So Whiplash, I'm sure he's a tough guy, and he's got a bullwhip. However, him whipping Iron Man in his thighs as he's holding up this metal thing, I don't feel like it's really going to affect the Iron Man suit a whole lot. But maybe I just don't understand the way it's built. I don't know. But that's all going down. This is very fine condition. Invincible Iron Man 62 for $22. I can put up here in a close-up window. I do not have Nova #1 to my knowledge, Dennis. Not that I'm aware of. If I see it, though, I'll put it up.
I know you had it the other day. I didn't know if you all still have it around.
I don't know. If I see it, I'll put it up. But I honestly think we probably sold it. But if we didn't, I'll let you know. No Silverhawks figures, Shamir. But we got those 7 comics right there. You should probably get those. This is the Lobo Gallery, issue #1. It's a one-shot, as far as I know, from 1995. Portraits of a Bastich, and that is a Simon Bosley painting on the front. Lobo Gallery, #1 for $4. We take down the 2 Ghost comics, 0 and 1 for $9. Put out the Lobo for $4. I'm going to put these out now for $6. Ghost 0 and 1. You get both issues of Ghost for only $6. Taking on the graphic novel for 10. Put that out for 6. Today is not a graphic novel day. This is Conan the Barbarian, issue 17 from Marvel Comics. 20-cent cover. The Devil God of Baal Sagoth. And there is Conan with the lady draped over his shoulder. And he's a sword fighting a guy, which probably isn't very safe because her butt looks like it's about to be sliced wide open. $7 for Conan, issue 17. And take down the Zombie Simon Garth. $8 for 3 issues. Nobody's after that. Pull that down. Conan the Destroyer shows him as a king at the end of it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The first one's really good. It's got James Earl Jones as the main villain.
Okay, I have seen both of them.
And then they had a Red Sonja movie that Schwarzenegger was in it as Conan as well.
That I didn't know, and I love Red Sonja.
It's really, man, it's not great.
But, yeah.
But it was kind of like the Destroyer one. It's okay, but it's, you know.
Well, I loved them because I watched them as a kid. That had a lot to do with it.
Warriors too. I watched everything.
No, man, we didn't have like I'm saying we had movies like The Warriors. We didn't have movies like Conan though. Like we had stuff about like
But I had the Warriors too.
cops and gangs
I
and
watched.
stuff like that.
I watched the Warriors too. You put pop bottles on your hands and you threaten people to come out and play. It's the whole deal.
Stay good.
You got the baseball furies. You got all of it.
Yeah, it's just that Conan wasn't just accepted where I lived. Man, that was just like that's so fantasy for where we lived, I guess.
The Batman for 12.
Gangs and shit.
This is Shadow of the Bat #1, the collector's edition, featuring the first appearance of Mr. Zaz. That's $12.
Oh, the texting works too.
All right, this is Detective Comics 604 through 607. The Mud Pack, part 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 4 parts, all right here. Featuring a Batman. And the Mud Pack, of course, is a whole group of clay faces, basically. And that one is a cool one because there is Jason Todd's ghost. What is it? Silver Rocks for 15 to Shamir. That was a good pusher, Shamir. You're going to like those. Pick those off somebody today. There wasn't something we even had in the store.
Really good looking cover.
Straight 80s. Toy action is what those are. This is Detective Comics 604 through 607. They are $15. $15 for those. And we are well into the last hour on this sale. Again, we'll be going till 7. Then we'll take a break and come back from 7:30 to 11 right here for the Monday Facebook Live Super Sale. This is the special horror edition. But as you can see, as we're going, we're starting to blend things, blur the lines a little bit. Because honestly, I had this entire short box full of horror comics, and it's pretty much empty besides some Land of the Dead stuff. So that's why. You guys, I feel like you got to satiate that hunger a little bit, where you guys have been trying to get some horror books up on the feed for quite a while. I think some of you guys got to score some stuff that you've been waiting on since we've been doing these things. The Friday 13th, the Leatherface, Night Before Christmas, all that stuff. Night Before Christmas, Nightmare on Elm Street. I wish I had Night Before Christmas comics, because that would work as well, because I consider that to be horror as well. But we don't have any. We didn't even get the manga in that came out. I don't know why. They did manga Night Before Christmas books. They did like a bunch of Disney ones, but they actually did Night Before Christmas.
Yeah, I think I'm the one that looked that up for you.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got them in.
We never got them in.
Weird.
I'm pretty sure we ordered them, because I think I ordered them when I didn't order one time. It may have been delayed. Shit happens sometimes. That stuff, man. Anytime you order on the Diamond order and it's from Japan, that 3-month thing, it's just might as well not even pay attention to it. Like, it's just whenever they decide to ship it. So that's why, like, pretty much all action figures, it's just when you order them, you're ordering them, but who knows? Who knows? Here's another issue of Hellblazer I found. This is Hellblazer issue 287. Another Season in Hell, part 1, and that is John in Hell itself. $4. Hellblazer issue 287. Take down the Shaun of the Dead for $4. We'll put out Hellblazer for $4. That is a Simon Bosley cover on that.
Who was that was in Shaun of the Dead? Like the band? Was it you two?
Queen.
Who?
Queen.
No, like there was a guest appearance in it a couple times. Like
Oh.
on the news.
In the movie show, isn't it?
Yeah, because like they played the zombies a couple times, and like at one point I didn't hear any of it on TV. I don't think it is.
Band who made
I'm not looking at the feed though right now, so.
Oh no, is
This is What the Issue #1 from 1988. The Marvel Mag of Mirth and Mayhem. The usual battle of the century when Titans tussle. And forget it, bub. We're on our break. And there's Wolverine roasting marshmallows over the Human Torch's head. Hulk is sitting there drinking some tea. Union rules, so they're just hanging out. They're not fighting at all. Some more action than you can stand. And there's the Punisher back there doing a little crochet action. What the Issue #1. We're going to put that out for $6. And take down the Howard the Duck for $7. We're going to mark it down to $5. Howard the Duck for $5. And take down the Man-Thing for $6. Who is it that's always after Flash? Is it Josh Smith? No. I can't remember. Put some up, though. This is from July of 2008. This is The Flash, issue 240, The Dark Side Club, Triple Threat. And there is the Flash taking on Grodd. You've got the Flash's kids fighting somebody, and Jay Garrick fighting someone else. The Flash, issue 240, very fine plus near mint condition. That is $5. Take down the Lobo for $4. We're going to put out the Flash for $5. This is #1. This is the polybagged issue #1. It comes with the comic, a 3-dimensional Arkham Asylum pop-up, 2 Brian Stelfreeze posters, the official blueprint of Arkham Asylum, and a bookmark. It's all polybagged together. So the first print, Batman Shadow of the Bat #1. It's the first appearance of Mr. Zsasz, $12. Or Victor Zsasz, as you know him in the Gotham TV show. Adam Fears, yeah, that's the guy. And Renee, yep. Adam not on the feed right now? I wonder if that's audible. Surely it is.
What?
Through the microphone.
That sound?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a fan. Got a fan back here.
That's the fan?
Yeah.
It didn't sound that loud this weekend when I had it on.
Well, it's that loud now.
Oh, that sucks balls. Maybe you should hit it or something. Or just tap it, see if it knocks whatever is like.
I wish there was a way to turn it like to a lower setting.
There isn't, is there? Just an off.
It's just on off, yeah. It's just getting so hot under this light.
Hang on.
Can I say my life for that question, Tasha? What? Oh, Shamir's Life is the greatest horror movie. Yeah. second. So
Yeah, that light is like a little oven.
yeah, it is.
Well, I think it is. I think those are the same lights they use in Easy Bake Oven.
Well, they get hot. No, these are bigger than that.
Well, they're obviously bigger.
But
That's not what I meant.
they get hot, yeah. Because they're not. I mean, they're not made to be on. You know, generally a photo session's not going to be 3 hours straight. So, huh?
Or is that ours now?
I think it's ours now. And even if it was, I mean, I've got them myself. I don't have that big, tall of a pole like a crane pole like that though. But I've got those like on tripods, those same things at the house. This is Preacher Issue 53. This is Preacher Issue 53. It is $5. $5 for that one. Take down the Howard the Duck for $5. We'll put up Preacher for $5. You sent a PM to us, Kevin? All right, we're going to check it. If it's something we can help you with, we will. If not, it may have to wait till tomorrow if it's something, depending on what it is, for whenever the daytime staff is here. We'll check and see, though.
Coldplay. That's who's in
Oh, you. Alright. Hey, Lillian just came on. Didn't you have some?
I had one. I don't know where it's at, though. This is Doctor Strange, issue 180, Eternity. And it features a actual photo cover of New York back here in the background, and there is Eternity on the front and Doctor Strange. It's a 12-cent Silver Age Marvel comic. Looks like it's in very good condition. There are some crease marks across the front. A little bit of spine wear. That is $29. $29 for Doctor Strange, issue 180. I'm going to take down the Invincible Iron Man 62 for $22. And we'll keep that in the close-up for a little bit.
It's weird how that's happened. It gets burned up by protractor. You ever seen Shaun Dead? They walk out of the pub and they start seeing things on. The zombies go, "Ooh." Like, as soon as they walk out, like they walk out, there's a zombie behind them. That's the lead singer from Coldplay. And then one scene there on TV, when they're watching TV, they interview about 3 people. That's 3 people from Coldplay. Everything I actually know is just crazy.
This is Batmite, issue number 1 from DC Comics. We got Batmite number 1 for $5. Who's next? And he's got a Batman checked off the list. He's going to go around the rest of the DC universe, emulating them as best he can. There you go. Batmite number 1, near mint, $5. I'm going to take down the Nova issue 8 for $7. We're going to put Batmite up there for $5. All right, guys, let me know what you're looking for today. As like I said, I'm transitioning more into other types of comics as well. So let me know what kind of characters you're after, and I'll do my best to get them up here on the board for you. This is Spider-Man #1. It's my next book I'm going to be putting out. Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man #1, to be exact. Take this down for $12. This is the Batman Shadow the Bat, first Victor Zsasz. I'm going to take this $12 tag and I'm going to put it on this book. Spider-Man #1. This is the black and silver cover edition of that. Spider-Man #1, near mint condition, $12.
Tony simply said Daredevil and Shadow Spider.
All right, I'll see what I can do, Tony. I've got some early Daredevil. Like double-digit Daredevil. Like Silver Age. If you're interested in some of that, I can put some up. Let me know in the feed. It'd be a little pricey, but it's cool. I'm going to drop this Batman Shadow of the Bat down $2. We're going to drop it down to $10. $10 for that set, featuring the first appearance of Mr. Zsasz.
We have some the Shadow trade, blank covers.
That is the Flash 240 for $5. I'm going to pull that down for the time being. All right, take it easy, Justin. This is Daredevil issue number 14. Issue 14 of Daredevil. 12-cent Silver Age cover. The Man Without Fear, If This Be Justice. This guy's shooting a ray that's turning things to stone. It's turning a tank to stone right here. And there's Daredevil jumping into the fray, taking these guys on. Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, number 14. There's a couple crease marks here towards the bottom. Overall, though, very good plus condition on this. To fine condition. Daredevil issue 14. That is only $39. I'm going to take down the Ghost. 2 Ghost comics for $6. I don't know how we're not selling those. Daredevil 14 for $39. Daredevil, who can be seen now in Marvel's Defenders on Netflix. Went up this last weekend. And we're into the last half hour of the first part of the Facebook Live Supercell. Let's keep things moving along. That's true. That is true. As most things during that time frame were. Stanley book. This is king-sized annual X-Men number 3. Third annual for X-Men from 1979. The Awesome Attack of Archon. And there is all the X-Men are taken out. It's the new X-Men team from Giant Size X-Men. And there's Cyclops blasting away at the guy's shield. It is $10 for king-sized annual X-Men number 3, 75-cent cover. Now you can get it for $10. Very fine condition, very little to no wear. Whoa. Take down this for $18. We're going to put that out for $10. This is the Crow Flesh and Blood set 1 through 3 for $18. I'm just going to put that away. Take down the Conan the Barbarian, issue 17 for $7. I'm going to put it out for $5. $5 for Conan issue 17. Here for $15 is the Detective Comics 604 through 607. going to mark those down to $12. That's $12 for 4 issues of Batman. That makes them only $3 a piece, and you get the entire Mud Pack storyline. $12. 604 through 607 of Detective. For $4, this is Constantine Hellblazer. I'm just going to pull that. This is Dead World, issue number 5 from Image Comics, and that is a zombie there on the front. His entire front palette is torn away there. It's going to be $2. $2 for Dead World number 5. If you like a zombie book, give that one a shot for $2. Can't really do wrong. When Gods Walk the Earth. So we got the True Believers issue of this week. This is the actual original version. This is The Eternals issue number 1, drawn by Jack the King Kirby. The Eternals number 1. We found it, the tomb of the space gods. And they're not dead. Look to the stars. The gods are coming back. First issue, the start of Jack Kirby's long-awaited cosmic series. Eternals issue 1, very fine condition. That is only $15 for that. I'm going to take down the Watt the number 1 for $6. Put out the Eternals for $15. Books bagged and boarded here. This is what the issue number 1. Issue number 2, Superb Man versus the Fantastic Four. That's definitely not Superman by any means, right? I mean, it couldn't possibly be. That would be copyright infringement. Issue 3, Spider-Ham versus Raven the Hunter. There's Spider-Ham there. And issue number 4, Mutant Beach Party. And they're all just laid out. Including Wolverine, who's smoking a cigar on the front and drinking some beer, which you will not see him doing on comic covers now. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4 of What The. You get all 4 of these issues from Marvel Comics. You get 1 through 4 for $11. $11 for 1 through 4. Take down the Preacher for $5. We got quite a few things out on the board right now. No takers on anything. That is crazy. I'm taking the Dead World for 2. I'm going to put out this issue of Deadpool. This is Deadpool number 36. That is $4. Deadpool 36 for 4. And again, on the Blu-rays, we've sold some today, but these are the ones we have left. This is Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension, the new unrated cut on Blu-ray, $7. This is Friday the 13th, uncut for $7 on Blu-ray, and Paranormal Activity 2, unrated director's cut for $5. All these are previously viewed Blu-rays that we do check before we purchase from eBay. Make sure there aren't any scratches. They all play well. We've got any of these three right here are available. You can claim at any time. This is the Man-Thing, issue number 6. Man-Thing number 6, The Soul Slayer's Strike. And this guy's cramming a sword into the stomach of Man-Thing while he's fighting off these guys. What all is going on here? But Man-Thing issue 6. It's tagged for $10. I'm putting it out for $6. So there's your chance to save a little cash. I'm going to take down the Batmite number 1 for $5. We're going to put that out for $6. That is true. You should buy extra copies of them to have at home, Wiley.
Have you guys seen the Ghost Dimension yet?
No.
How much was it?
It's 7. Part 2 was 5. They're on Blu-ray.
Yeah, part 2 I have on PlayStation.
Said extra. I said extra copies, Wiley.
This is so difficult. I spent so much money last week with you guys. I have to be super picky this week. But I really want everything set right.
Well, talk him into again.
I got you.
Ed, you should just buy it. Just splurge on it, man. Could be a lot worse. This is the X-Files issue number 8. This is the description cover with a photo of Gillian Anderson, of course, as Dana Scully. Came Back Haunted Part 3. It is $3 for the X-Files issue number 8 from IDW. And take down the Batman Show, the Bat number 1 for 10. Not going less than that on this. I mean, I think it's the last one of those we have, surprisingly. We've sold a number of those over the last couple of months. This is Justice League of America, issue number 89. It is a 15-cent Silver Age cover. Superman, Batman, Black Canary, Green Arrow, and Aquaman on the side here. Reader, this is a story about you. It's your turn to be either Superman or Batman. The most unusual JLA story ever where you are hero and villain. That's pretty cool. Makes me want to flip through here and see how they did that. I'm assuming it's like a choose your own adventure book. I don't know. But it's Justice League of America, issue 89. It is in fine condition, fine to fine plus condition. It is only $7. Take a chance. JLA 89. $7. Take down the Conan for $5. We'll put out JLA for $7.
I hated the
To show your survival instinct.
Yeah, it kind of did. Like the time machine one, it was like, do you go to the future or do you go to the past? I went to the past because that interests me.
Mm-hmm.
No, got stepped on by a T-Rex. I died. Like first 10 seconds there.
You kind of limited too, where you can go.
Well, yeah, they only give you 2 choices in this one.
No, that's only like if you're not like I was looking about that the other day. If you're all white male and straight, you try to go back in time. You're really limited what you can do even back in time.
Not if you get stepped on by a T-Rex, doesn't matter.
Yeah. But the premise was like is the game is like you go back in time. What era would you go to? What knowledge you have now? If you're rich, famous, and
You wouldn't be able to.
unless you're white, my dude, you're free.
This is The Theater, issue number 4. And that is a guy falling into a grave full of blood and dirt. He's getting more dirt and blood poured on him. The Theater is basically from Zenoscope, which makes Grim Fairy Tales. It was an anthology series. Each issue is a different story, kind of like going to the theater and watching a horror movie. Basically, that's what this is. The Theater, issue 4. This dude's obviously getting buried alive. It is $3. $3 for that.
Still have that shadow of the bat.
I do, Dennis, somewhere. Yes. $10. Shadow of the Bat for $10. You can claim it. X-Men Annual number 3. I'm going to mark down to $8. Dennis gets the Batman for 10. Thank you, Dennis. That is yours. Here for 12. This is the Detective Comics 604 through 607. I'm just going to take those down. We'll put out the Theater number 4 for 3 for you horror fans who are still on the feed. This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, now featuring the Spectacular J. Jonah Jameson, Hero of the People. And that is a Gone with the Wind homage there on the front. It is going to be $4. It's issue number 80 from 1983. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, number 80 for $4. Take down the Eternals for Deadpool for 4. We'll put out the Peter Parker for 4. This is John Constantine Hellblazer, issue number 7. Single-digit Hellblazer issue. It is from 1988. Suggests for mature readers from DC. This was before Vertigo even existed. John Constantine Hellblazer, Jamie Delano, and John Ridgway on art. Very cool painted cover here. It's going to be $7 for Hellblazer number 7.
Yo, what's that Spidey and Wolverine one you got out?
Take that down. This is the Eternals for 15. What is it?
The Spidey and Wolverine one?
I don't have it. Oh, this is What the issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kind of a comedy Marvel series, sort of in the same vein as Mad Magazine, but all featuring Marvel characters. You get 1 through 4 for $11. No problem, Ed.
They would figure out if that's some random person popped at the scene.
Oh yeah, they'd be like,
What the 1, 2, 3, 4?
what the for 11? Ed.
Ed gets the what the for 11. Thank you, Ed. This is Aquaman, issue number 1. This is from August of 1994. First issue of an all-new monthly series, Into the Abyss. And there he's got the beard and long hair. This was a few issues before he had his hand eaten off by piranhas and got the cool hook for a while there. This is $6 for Aquaman number 1.
Well, how was it where he cut his arm all off? Aquaman where he got his arm caught in something and he cut it off? Which one was that?
Oh, that was a cartoon. That's the animated movie.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah, that's how he got the hook in the. I think it was the Justice League cartoon or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
In the comic, who's the Ocean Master crammed his hand into a thing of piranhas, and because Aquaman's powers weren't working, and they just tore his hand off. So then he got the hook.
They had a bunch of kind of adultish almost cartoons for Aquaman and like the actual Justice League. I can never find them anymore. What were they called?
Well, Justice League United was the series that was like that made a series, but it was Justice League. It's on Netflix.
They were kind of like adultish because they
Mhm.
had like gore in them and stuff a little bit.
Kind of. They all
Yeah.
link. But now the regular DC movies are all like they're rated R now. The animated movies for DC, most of them. But even if they're not like PG-13, like they did the Killing Joke and all those different ones. HBO Go has a lot of them, including The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, which I think is their best one. But then Netflix has a few as well too.
Yeah, I remember those. Someone showed me those and I started getting
The Marvel animated stuff mostly blows.
Yeah, really.
It's just really not well done.
Super disappointing.
What else you looking for tonight, Ed? You let me know. I'll always put it up for you. I'll tempt you as best I'm able.
We're in our last 10 minutes.
Oh, last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes of the sell. I got this right here. I don't know if we even have any DC fans on the feed right now. But this is Blackest Night Flash. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Part 3, of course, Blue Lantern Flash. Jeff Johns and Scott Collins did the art on this. Black Lantern Rogue's Revenge. And, of course, the Black Flash on the front there. Blackest Night the Flash, 1 through 3. That's the entire miniseries from 2010. It's going to be $15. $15 near mint. All 3 issues, including this one, which we've not had on the sale hardly ever. With the first 2, we've had a few times, but not that one. I already sold it, Kevin. I'm sorry, man. I'm going to take down the Man Thing for 6. And we'll put up the Blackest Night 1 through 3 of the Flash for 15. Spider-Man for 12 to Kevin. There we go. Thank you, Kevin. Some more of those. That McFarlane Spider-Man we just sold was the black and silver cover. This is the regular cover. It is from 1990. Torment, part 1 of 5. That is $12 as well. Very fine plus condition on that. I'll check during the break. I don't think I have it, but I'll check during the break to see if we have any issues. But I don't think I have any. I saw they did the exclusive Funko, the half and half Deadpool black and black thing. It was for some exclusive from one of these boxes or whatever, but it was like part in the black and white from the Venom symbiote. Well, just claim it, Tony. Yannick got it. You have enough time for your temptation, Tony. He got it. There you go, Yannick. Although I probably have another set, Tony. If you want to claim them, you can claim them. I can probably hook you up, to be quite honest. This is from DC. This is Wild Dog. How do I know? Because it says this is Wild Dog right on the front. It's a number 1. This vigilante with a hockey mask and a machine gun, Punisher style there in the DC universe. Wild Dog number 1, September '87. That is $6.
So machine gun.
Is that what this is, or is this something else I should be worried about? It's just scorpions. Just scorpions.
Do you want the rest of them? Because I know.
Oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll be back here. Let me see if I got another set. I do. Tony, I've got one more set of the Black is Not Flash for $15. If you want to claim them, I've got another set of these. I'm not going to put them on the board, but if you want to claim them, you can. This is Brightest Day, the Flash number 1. It's Flash number 1. It was part of Brightest Day, but it's still a number 1 of the Flash when Barry Allen had returned to the land of the living. $7 for this, June 2010. Done X-Files for $3. We'll put up the Flash for $7. All right, we're down to the last 5 minutes on the feed. So you guys need to take advantage of what you can get up here. Again, we'll be back at 7:30. Go from 7:30 to 11, and I'll have more stuff up here for you. But I'll see what I can find extra, but I'm not sure what you guys are really after, so it's kind of the thing. See what we can do. This is going to be $6. This is Teen Titans Spotlight on Starfire. First issue. Apartheid No More. $6 for Starfire number 1 from 1986. I'm going to take down the Daredevil for $39. We'll put up the Starfire for $6. I'll mark the Daredevil down one more time, to $32. $32 for that. Put it there. I'm taking the Justice League for $7. I can't mark that lower. That is the Silver Age Justice League for $7. Would I sell the Captain America shield? It is for sale, Rebecca. Are you local, Rebecca? Or are you somewhere that we have to ship to? It will cost its own shipping for the Captain America shield if you had to have it shipped to you. But if you could come pick it up in store, then you can get it without paying the extra shipping. That sucks, Ed. I'll remind everybody that to claim anything on today's sale, you must have paid for any previous invoices you may have had, whether that be from Saturday, Friday, Thursday, or anytime before today. And then anything today you buy, you will have to pay for tomorrow before tomorrow's sale. If you want to claim anything on tomorrow's sale, you can simply call the store at 606-877-1450 to pay for any of your items over the phone by credit card, talking to one of our friendly associates, or private message us with your PayPal address in order for us to send you an invoice through PayPal. And if we already have invoiced you and you pay it through PayPal, private message us, let us know you've paid us. That way we can check it and get you on that list of people that are good to buy.
Two things. First of all, you said hi to Rebecca just today in the store. Second of all, condition of Daredevil, can they see it?
Honestly, I wouldn't know, because when I'm watching the feed, all I can see is like a tiny, like the head of a pin circle, and then the name. I just know the names. Sorry. Yes, I can sell it to you. Let me tell you how much it costs.
No, she was in the store today.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. But that's why I said I don't know her, because I don't know what anybody looks like.
I got you. Ignore me.
Yep, I will sell you this Captain America shield. It's tagged for $36, but I will sell it to you for $33 if you want it. It's probably as low as I can go. $33 for the shield. It does have the elastic straps on the back. It is full size Captain America shield, nice and sturdy.
And then after that, the condition of that Daredevil, and can they see it up close?
Yes, they can. Let me see. Where is it at? Let me see if I can find it. Was it already out here? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. There we go. This Daredevil, I would say, is in very good plus to fine condition. Coloring is great on it, especially for its age. It is Silver Age. It is issue 14 of Daredevil. As you can see, the corner's not overly rounded. There is spine wear, as you can see. And down here on the bottom, that's kind of the only real problem. That's the those crease marks there, but they are just marks. They aren't like overly big bends. Just a couple little marks there, but that otherwise, this thing looks really good. It does look a little wavy, but that's just the bag and board. It is not the actual comic. As you can see, it is marked $50, and I have it marked right now for $32. That's why I can't mark it down again. Dennis, it can be made out of whatever you want it to be made out of. Reality is all just relative. All right, it's 7 o'clock. So we are going to shut things down. If you want anything right now, it's your last chance to claim before I get the stuff shut off. We will be back at 7:30. So be around. Get on the feed, share it out again once we get back live. If there's anything on the board right now you want, claim it, and Tosh can see it before I get it shut down.